I think she's being tickled to death.
Who's being tickled?
The child.
Yes! Tickle the child!
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good, bad. I'm the guy with the mic.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Well, there. Hold on here. There. I'm pressing buttons here. We'll get you on.
Yay.
Oh my gosh, I got you turned up. How high can I go with you? Good Lord.
I don't know. How high do you want to go with me? I can be loud.
I can be loud. I can be quiet. I can be doing a lot of things. Well, we're doing a padded cell episode because you know what? I just had one of those days and I was like, you know what? I want to see friends. I want to see family. I want to see everybody. So the call has went out. I have told people, padded cell, rise on a Thursday because, you know, usually this show, we haven't seen this show for a while, have we?
No, nobody's wanted to do anything.
Well, you know what? We're doing something. Oh, look at here. Hi, guys. Hi. You know what? We missed you all. I should have more padded cells. You know what? I'm jealous of the owl in the back because I want to hug myself too. It's just been one of those days. Been one of those months. Been one of those weeks. It just seems like 5 steps forward and 18 back. And it just been kind of slow at work. So my brain's been chaotic. Yesterday I was able to do something because I got sent to a place, and when I got sent to this place, it was wonderful up to the point that they stuck me on the line a little bit, and I did a short story in a very quick time. So yeah, by the way,
You're good at that.
Yeah, I am. It's called haunt building season. You are not wrong, and trust me, that's where I just got done with. I've been building mine. We open tomorrow. Oh, yes, that's so true. But you know what? It's crazy in a good way. I hope so. Hi, Stefan. Did I lose Jenny? I might have lost Jenny. I don't know. Did I lose myself?
I'm still here. I think possibly. Am I still here?
Yep. Okay. You got really quiet, so I couldn't. Yeah, I'm just on 88 mile per hour. By the way, I stuck my supper in the air fryer that is upstairs. So at some point, Jenny is going to do a interpretive dance so I can get my food.
No. I will tell a story.
Oh, okay, okay.
I
was
can
gonna
always
say,
tell your story.
you don't have to tell my. Well, there you go. You could tell that story.
I could tell them about Maria and her dad. You
Oh, there
know,
you go. Well, I'll tell you what. We're on here and everything's going giddy, giddy, giddy good. We got people saying hello to us. We got people doing this. So what kind of interpretive dance would you do if you could do an interpreted dance?
well, the thing about dancing is it doesn't have to make sense. The problem is people keep on saying, no, this is how you do good dancing. And the thing is, I don't do good dancing. I do silly.
Wait.
I put on the soundtrack for Monster in Paris and I dance while I'm cleaning.
Doing the mower.
All the
Why I
dad
say,
dances.
I don't mow my grass. I dance with a piece of equipment. Did a mower. It's what we should do. Interpretive dances of the chaotic mind.
We're good at that.
If you're mowing your grass, if you're mowing my grass, there's another one. It's called the shoe shuffle, and it goes kind of like I stepped in dog poop and I got to get it off. Or it might be me stepping in dog poop and I got to get it off.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. It is good. We've had some great guests on Chainer's Haunted Secrets. we got a new owl in our lineup. And I didn't want to forget about this owl. So, how is everybody doing? Do I need to get Elmo in here to ask, hi, how's everybody doing? Are we all doing good? Or are we all not doing good? I'll tell you what. Let's start with
I was contemplating about going to bed. And then you're like, hey, do you want to do a padded cell? And I'm like, sure, why not?
Yep, I'm just like that. Random tonight. So
I was going to take all the sinus medication, make sure the kids had whatever they needed, and say, you, Dad, I'm sleeping.
You know what? I'll make you a deal. Okay? Go take your sinus medication, and we'll have the show until you cannot stand it no longer.
Okay, are you saying I should take the red stuff?
We will have an episode of Fighting Sleep.
Take the red stuff and see how long I can stay awake. Gotcha.
Red bottle, purple bottle. Dayquil.
Well, the red one they both help with the pain.
I'm telling you, just go take some pills and you'll be like, all right, we're going to do this. We'll have the show until I have to fight it. You know what? I do not recommend anything druggy unless you're absolutely prescribed it. But honestly,
it was suggested by the doctor for the sinus issue.
Exactly. So we're not taking it.
It was
we're not
the allergist doc. It was a specialist, an allergist, and I'm not giving me or the children things I shouldn't be. We have had to go to the doctor. I'm not taking hard drugs like cocaine. No, I'm just taking things like Tylenol and sinus medication so I can breathe.
I'm taking the drug Sprite Zero Sugar.
That'll work. I have tea and Dr. Pepper cream soda.
Dude, okay. Conversation about the Dr. Pepper cream soda. That is pretty good, but that raspberry or that blackberry,
No.
Oh, the sugar-free. Oh, yes. Slam my head against I have one can left and I've saved it. And I've looked at that can and said, no, it's not time for you yet. And my daughter wants it, but I told her, nay, daddy's sugar-free. But no, it is hard to find a good sugar-free soda. It is. But I'm not gonna lie.
I would say that's my favorite.
But that's not sugar-free.
I didn't say you had to drink it.
I'm just saying it's not sugar-free.
I would, because if I had to pick a doctor, it'd be this one mixed with cherry. Sugar-free version that I would give you if I could.
So I will I think I read that. No, it came across. Dr. Pepper is the second, and we might want to check this. I feel like it is the second pop from the top now. I think it is.
I have no idea.
Long. Did you know that Dr. Pepper was actually a remedy? It was. Yep, absolutely. It was a remedy, and in fact, he would sell it to you, telling you that this could save you from this. This could do this. This could do that. And everybody was like, okay. And everybody said it was snake oil, but it was delicious snake oil. So you know, whatever. It
Still
didn't do
drinking
what
it.
you were supposed to do. It had more calories in it than some things should. So yeah, there's a lot of things to Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is kind of like its own company, but
yeah,
it is done and put in bottles by Pepsi or Coca-Cola. That's why when you go some places in the United States, the bottle looks like a Coke bottle, and in the other places, it looks like a Pepsi bottle. Did you know that?
I just decided I don't care as long as I can get a Dr. Pepper, I'm good.
Yeah, well, you can. They did not quit selling them, and in fact, Dr. Pepper has just bombarded itself with so many different flavors. It's kind of turned into what Mountain Dew was trying to do with all its flavors, but it's starting to bombard and do so much better. I know there's Dew drinkers out there. You know what? I'm a Faygo drinker. I like Faygo. And if I get a whole Faygo, but it's hard to get a hold of sugar-free Faygo for me. Unless I travel. So, poo on me.
No, I would give you some if I could. Unfortunately, you're too far away.
Why do you guys have Faygo there? That's sugar-free?
Yeah, we have Faygo.
You have sugar-free Faygo?
I do. To be honest, I don't drink sugar-free drinks. I haven't tried.
This entire thing has been about how I need to acquire more sugar-free. That's what my doctor tells me, too. That's why she won't let me go to Chinese restaurants. I feel like my doctor sometimes chases me around and gives me bad feeling vibe. So I will not go into some places. Hey! There's Steve.
Sorry.
I've not seen you for a while, Steve. I'm glad that you're here.
Oh.
This is Padded Cell, which is a fun show because it just randomly thoughts, and it's like ADHD, and we don't ever have to put the squirrel warning on. But I do also want to point out our haunt does open tomorrow, and I hope that you come to see some of the stuff that we done. We'll see if our haunt does so well that it gets me out of the funk and I go for year 10. Right now we're in year 9. You got a bear?
He's supposed to give you hugs through the phone. Did you get the hug?
Yes, I received hug.
He's trying to say hi, but his sinuses are driving him insane.
Hi.
You know?
I have to sing tomorrow night. Hold on.
Where did he go?
Over here.
if you're going to sing.
Oh, I'm not going to sing.
No. Steve's going to miss tomorrow. He's going to miss opening night because he has to sing. So I need to know what Steve is going to sing.
Well, Steve is going to sing.
Yes, that's Steve. Steve right here. He's going to miss opening night. So I'm hoping Steve will tell me what he's going to sing.
Yeah. Huh.
Oh, you know what, Chaos? We should see if Steve will sing Take Me Home, Country Road. I can sing. It might be something that your dog howls at the moon for and asks me, begging me, please stop. I can sing. Lots of songs sung by Alabama and other songs.
A lot of people claim I can sing, but I don't hear it.
You know what? I would like to see Steve sing Cotton Eye Joe.
Cotton Eye Joe?
Yep. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from?
Cotton Eye Joe.
I cannot sing that song when one of our people are on this show, but they're not on the show right now, so I can get away with it.
Yeah.
I just don't like that song. I like the song We Like to Party.
Yeah.
That's my jam. You know what? Hold on. You just posted That's My Jam, and sir, I have been talking about a jelly all day. So somebody was talking about having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but they put butter on the bread so they could toast it like a grilled cheese. And that got me thinking, because Steve took me to this restaurant that they have peanut butter and jelly hamburgers.
Yeah.
And it's delicious. It's in Wapakoneta. But let me just tell you, what absolutely makes me laugh about this is I was thinking, if I would toast that bread and make it where I could toast it and really get into it, and then put like the we got, oh man, I just think that would be a great sandwich. Sir?
Sounds interesting.
We can go as soon as the haunt opens and I relax, because as soon as this haunt opens, I can relax a little bit. I've had to reschedule, and this is why I need a padded cell so bad. I've had to reschedule 7 people this season. That's actually a lot of people for me.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I had to reschedule on a Wednesday. I had to miss Wednesday Wapakoneta Bowling Alley wings. And I know Chaos. I know Chaos. You don't understand the wonderful flavor of their wings. But they have breadsticks that are like this big that are pretzel sticks. Right?
Yeah.
We call them torpedoes. We go in there so much that we tell them that we need a order of 3 torpedoes or 6 torpedoes. Or we say that we need a small reload of torpedoes or a small or a large. Did you pierce your ears? Or was it the sound of my voice? Do you want me to try yodeling? I say try. Chaos. I need to yodel, don't I?
Sure, why not?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to lose viewers, I guarantee you, but we're going to try it. Yeah, I can't even do that. That is actually a really great talent. Being able to yodel.
Oh, yeah.
It's not something that people, boom, I can yodel. It's something that you have to embrace and actually go into it and really love it. I cannot yodel.
You have to have the voice for it. It takes a lot of throat control.
It does. It does. And I'm lucky if I got butt control. I can carry a mean tune in a fart. I mean, we could play Name That Tune with my ass cheeks.
Last time I tried to carry a tune that way, I kind of had an accident.
You know what? It's kind of like bagpipes, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, the bagpipes aren't really that great over here.
I'll vouch for that. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I was kind enough. I got all your vehicle code before I started playing crack the tone. Hold on. Womp, 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 womp. Did you ever hear that joke?
No.
Okay. Guy walks in and he's at a talent office in the middle of the night, and this talent office manager is like, dude, I'm doing paperwork. I just need to go home. And he goes, no, seriously, I got a talent. You will love that talent. And he goes, no. He goes, seriously. He goes, fine, I'll give you a shot. He goes and he rips down his pants and he starts playing womp, 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 womp. He goes, did you do that from your butt cheeks? He goes, I absolutely did, sir. He goes, let me get my boss on the phone. We got something great here. Picks it up. Boss answers the phone and he goes, you know, it's 2:00 in the morning. He goes, and boy, do I have something for you. He goes, it better be good. And he goes, hold on. Puts that phone right up to the guy's butt, starts going, womp, 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 womp. And he looks at him and goes, so what'd you think of that? His boss is on the air phone and he goes, you woke me up at 2:00 in the morning to hear some asshole playing Suwannee River. Oh, man. Should we do jokes tonight? Have we ever done a padded cell with jokes?
I don't know.
Oh, my
I haven't been on that many.
I can do... You know, Mom and Dad were bartenders. I got some good jokes. We can go all over. We can get into dark humor jokes. We can get into the jokes that you didn't want to tell your pastor, but your pastor told you.
It's odd how pastors have some of the darkest jokes you can think of.
Yeah. So there's the devil walks in, looks at Jesus and says, hey, I think we need to talk. Jesus says, come on in. And he looks around and he says, hey, look at this. He goes, yeah. He goes, how'd you get all this wonderful pictures on the wall? He goes, they call that fan art. And the devil looks at him and goes, look at that. Wow. That's some great artwork. Is that the Last Supper? He goes, absolutely. He goes, man, that Last Supper was amazing. But that one right there of you being crucified, I believe they nailed it. I'm just saying.
I think there's a Jenny there.
Hello.
There, no, that's a Friday.
Yeah, Friday's back.
So we decided that we're just going to tell some jokes.
Friday on a Thursday, yes.
Yeah.
Why not?
Are you thirsty?
Am I thirsty at the moment? Yeah. No.
You could do Thirsty Thursday.
Yeah, I can be Thirsty Thursday. I just don't think I'm... Dante, out.
Oh, we need to get
your toys and go back in the living room. Need to get a hold of who?
We need to get a hold of Dell. It's Thursday. We need the squirrel.
Ah. Well, I put it in the thing. Yep. I haven't put it in the Illuminati.
I feel like it needs to go straight to Delorina.
Well, I have no idea. Oi.
Oi, 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 oi.
Hmm.
So we've talked to Steve, and Steve is watching. I don't know if Steve's still watching, but Steve is a wonderful
Oh.
person. He can vouch that I've got like really bad musical farts.
Yeah. Well, yeah, then my dad would have the walking farts through Walmart, so why not?
Yeah.
Well, at least you didn't have to talk to parts for Walmart.
Dude, the walking farts are magical.
Yes.
How much shit can one person talk before he has to check drawers?
Ooh, we might have a wild Raz up here.
We need.
Raz heard jokes and he's
We
like,
need a squirrel. It's Thursday.
I know.
Thursday. Oh, blow off steam. Have some. Man, look
There we
at
go.
that ceiling.
Yeah, I know. It's the nicest one you can get in 2012. You know what? Okay, we have invited all the peeps in the army and the Illuminati. And if you don't know what the Illuminati is, it's something private. Shh. I could have carrots.
I want a hamster. You said hamster.
I didn't say hamster.
Oh no, I did. You said carrots. I said hamster.
Yeah.
You said carrots. I say hamster. Carrots. Hamster. Hamster.
Haven't added me in yet.
I did.
Did you? You hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. I just don't see you.
Yeah, I'm driving.
You're not in here. Picture form.
I'm driving.
Well, your voice is in here.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm just, trying to hear.
The new
know what?
setup
When
is
he
if
turned-
your camera's not going, we just hear your voice.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually like that better. That's nice.
I can see clearly now that Raz is the voice.
Yep.
We
He
missed
can
the
see
Raz.
all the obstacles in his way.
I've been,
He's gonna make a nice, bright and shiny day.
you might hear Brooklyn too. She's in the passenger seat.
Who is?
Brooke,
Hi, Brooke.
be rad.
Brooke. Hey, Brooke.
What?
You know who's awesome?
Who?
My mom. You know who almost hit me with a hammer today?
Your mom.
My mom.
I believe that.
You know who don't know how to run a drill correctly? Theodore.
Yeah. Did he come back?
No, he didn't.
Oh, you just come to help?
Nope.
He come last season.
Nope, we just threw his name in today. I made a whole bunch of OHA cards. And I even made one that said, "We love your home haunt."
I need to buy one. I just haven't had the money yet.
Well, that's fine.
But I will be getting one.
That's fine. I know who's selling them.
Yeah, no shit.
I know who's making them too.
Me and Steven hung out for a while today. He's going to come back to the haunt when he can, and I'm going to try and see if he'll help me do the thing for the convention. I got to talk him into it though, so if that happens, I'll at least have him and Matt to help out, and then I'll confirm with him and get a hold of Max.
Okay.
Okay.
I had the time of my life.
Are we streaming right now?
Yeah. We are.
Yes.
Oh, we are. Oh, yeah. I see the live thing. Nice.
Yeah, we're streaming. We are streaming for 30 minutes and 30 seconds, according to this look like here.
Nice.
And my brain has absolutely went fried left and fried right. And yeah. And I almost got hit by a car tonight.
That's fun.
You know, guy walking across the shirt or walking across the road, black shirt, you know, how was he supposed to know except for the drill in his hand?
Right.
So, therefore, one question. When can we do the Restopia special?
That's a great question.
I don't know. What is it?
You know exactly what the Restopia special is. You've done 2 of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's done way past my birthday now, man.
So, we can still do Restopia special.
And just tell me
Restopia is eternal.
when you want to do it.
How about we celebrate everybody's all at once and just have a live stream of us
I like
all
that.
eating pizza
I like that. That sounds good.
and throwing cake at cameras.
I don't know if I have pizza or cake, but I'm definitely down.
Okay, Hot
Great.
Pockets. Hot Pockets.
You kidding me?
I
Fucking
can do
pizza
Hot
cheaper than Hot
Pockets.
Pockets these days. Get a little
Okay.
cheaper.
So, we can do a Monday or a Thursday.
I'm good for a Monday.
Good for a Monday? Okay.
Yep.
Because I should have my laptop sometime next week and I can get stuff running again.
Oh yeah.
This has just been one of those, okay, how can I still make things work?
Right, no, I feel that. 100%.
I do want to say a big hello to my big buddy William because, you know, I've put him on reschedule before during this hot season stuff. William, I'll get a hold of you sometime. We need to go hang out. Just let me put you on the schedule of I'll see you in the late fall.
Late fall.
Basically, when I'm telling everybody, I'll see you guys all in late fall. Why are we waiting that long? You have no idea what I've been doing. My printer hates me. It hates me.
Your everything hates you.
Same.
Emotional damage. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the main stage.
Hey!
Yo.
How's everybody doing?
It's Thirsty Thursday, and we thought of you
Why would you think of that?
because the squirrel.
We always need the squirrel and the Dell and the Raz.
By the way,
That works too.
just so you know, we have a new warning.
I knew what? Oh,
That's
scroll
awesome.
crossing.
Yep, that is our warning for when our brain has just absolutely went off of track of any show that actually has a track.
Ratatosker actually got to meet another squirrel on Tuesday.
Nice.
You saw it, Pyle, I
That-
think.
That is, yeah, that is pretty awesome. And let me just tell you, that's nuts. You seen what I did there?
That is epic.
Yeah, we no, there was the person we were interviewing, Josh Nealis, had one of the superheroes in his universe was it like I followed for the stuff that we showed the origin story of Buddy the squirrel, because originally he was just a regular squirrel sitting in a tree until one of the superheroes like was trying to like help out this kid and be like, what? Why are you crying? Oh, my pet squirrel is stuck up in this tree. And he gets a squirrel and he's like, that's not my pet squirrel, that's just a regular squirrel. So the superhero just punts him out into outer space. And then, like, in the next series that they're all kind of related to each other in the same world, like this squirrel comes in the very beginning of the issue smacking across this alien's windshield. And so then they take him in and they experiment on him with this serum that one of the other guys had. So now he and the superhero can talk to each other and they like, he's Super Squirrel. So he's Buddy the Super Squirrel.
That takes Scrat to a whole new level. And in response to your little headlines thing, Cassie said she will go find some good knees for you.
Oh God, I had PT today, and like I've got some weird hypermobility issues going on right now. Like my knees just keep getting popped out of joint, and my shoulder and my elbows, my TMJ is kicked in even worse. So it's all like shit. And so they're doing the best they can, like to work on my ankle and heal for the Achilles tendonitis, but then also for my knees because I wake up and they're like out of joint and full of pain, and I have to like pop them back in and lidocaine them. And so they're like, okay, we're gonna work out. We're gonna get those really strong so that they'll feel better. And like, dude, I will work myself until I am exhausted because I want to be better, you know? So I was like doing everything I could until it was like, okay, I literally can't stand right now. So I have to sit down for a few, but while I'm sitting, I'm kicking, doing these stretches, doing lifts and stuff, everything you can do from a chair, and then stand back up again when I can get back up. And it's just like, oh, but I'm not old enough to get new knees yet. And I'm not in good enough shape to qualify to get new knees, so I need to work on that, like lose a bunch of weight, and then I can afford to get new knees put in.
So have you, and y'all can say yes or you y'all can say no, have you ever farted so heavy that you've cracked your back?
Yes.
Nope.
1,000,000%.
It is like one of the best relieving feelings because number one, it feels great to get a good fart out, but it feels so much better when it cracked your lower back.
It does. It's like an orgasmic wave.
It's not for everybody, I guess.
Well, when you crack your bones, you're also releasing gas from your bones. So either way, you're passing lots of gas. That's just extra gas.
Well, hey, got a question for Ratatosker. When Dell cracks her hand, does that crack your back?
Oh, that's a valid question. Inquiring puppeteers want to know.
I'm just saying.
I think he says yes. Yeah, he figures that's a thing. You just gave him like, oh, guess what? He has this thing. So
Trevor is still in the trailer.
Oh, I miss Trevor.
But Trevor got to do fuzzy motorboats to 7 different individuals at the music festival.
Nice.
Wow.
Like, people were lining up to get fuzzy motorboats by Trevor. Which made it really awkward for my hand because it got a cramp.
Could be worse. The last time I did a sock puppet routine, somebody stuck their tongue into the sock.
Did they say how salty it was?
They didn't. They were all about JA's sock that night, though.
The guy I was talking to the other day got on a podcast that the entire thing was done with people who were doing puppets like Trevor. So it was all like the puppets themselves were interviewing. So he was basically on a Muppet podcast.
I fucking love that.
I want to get on that podcast. I'm just saying.
Me too.
Just like, Wow.
No,
Like,
if
no,
you-
I go, he doesn't even talk. He just drinks and judges people or gets curious, you know?
I'm bringing Puppet on there. I got the sock stapled to the wall.
Stapled to the wall. I won't do that to you.
That's what he asked for. He said he could see everybody that comes in better that way. There's a whole conversation. I thought it was stupid, but he's fine.
Okay. As long as he's okay, you know?
Yep.
So we thought about having a fun game with Friday here. We thought about telling her to go take her night medicine to see how far she could make it through the show.
That'd be
before
funny.
She was like so slap happy, falling apart.
My
as long as it's
God.
not Ambien, we're okay.
Dude,
No,
okay.
it's not Ambien.
Can I tell you the story about my mother in the hospital recently?
Yes, please.
Okay, so over the weekend, or I can't remember which days it was, in the last week, my mother ended up going to the hospital. It was an ambulance taking her there because she was in huge amounts of pain. It ended up being like they kept her for a couple of days. It ended up being a gallstone thing and a couple other things together. So it was like kind of a mess. But before they would release her, they wanted to give her a final MRI to make sure she's okay. And she's one of those people who is terribly claustrophobic and needs something before going into the MRI machine.
Right.
So they gave her 20 milligrams of Ativan. Okay, if you were to give me 20 milligrams of Ativan before I was going to have a panic attack, it would calm me down and I would be chill and I would be okay, you know? And that's how that would be. I might, if I was in the MRI machine for a while, take a nap because that's just me personally. I fell asleep in the dentist chair, you know? Like they have shit in my mouth and they're digging at my teeth and I'm just like out. But,
Man, once you get over the loud noise in the MRI machine, though, like at the first couple minutes, it just kind of like chill.
Yeah, I'm a little claustrophobic with that. But so they gave her 20 milligrams of Ativan. Now, when my mom got back up to the room, my nephew and I were waiting for her, and she was in her turn. She was not my mother. She was like, we're like, how's the MRI? And she's like, oh, the Ativan. They took me to the village outside of Hogwarts, and I was sitting there, and then when they put me in the machine, the birds were flying, and I wanted to go and spend time with the birds because the guy kept saying, take a deep breath and hold it, and he'd get, and then he'd tell me to hold it, and I had more. I didn't get it all in, so I just wanted to, and since he wouldn't let me, I wanted to go out with the birds, and they took me through the entire Middle East to get back to this room.
Middle East?
And then, yeah, apparently the MRI machine was in a village beside Hogwarts that was across the entire Middle East from her hospital room. So she looks up and she's like, she sees the TV and she's like, oh, look at all the wires. And then she starts looking at her the IV, doesn't have anything in it right then. She's like, oh, what's that for? And we're like, Mom, she's a nurse. We're like, what's going on here? Because this is not karma at all. And we're like, you're gonna have that plug back in, you need to leave those in and stuff. Okay. And then they were like, okay, we need to get you from the wheelchair, and she likes to sit in a recliner instead of laying in a bed. It's just her back and everything.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, I hope they land the plane soon so I can get there. And we're like, okay. She gets there, they get her setted. She has to go to the bathroom at one point, so they I won't get into that stuff, but we had to have somebody pick her up and escort her there because we were worried because she wasn't that stable, So we're like, okay, we'll do this. And then she starts talking and she's like, I wish those doors would stop opening and closing. It's really annoying. She was pointing at the wall, just the wall. Hello, Max. But yeah, so she's just like, the wall is apparently opening and closing. And then she's like, my ears, they feel like they're made out of flowers. And it just kept going and going.
Wow.
And so she finally lamped up. This is Ratatosker.
That's why I was laughing as soon as
He's
it
an-
popped up.
He's an alcoholic emotional support squirrel puppet, not a nice little guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got the booze. But so my mom, she just keeps doing this, and finally, hey, Patty. Yeah, but she finally just passes out, and I'm like, okay. And then Maddie gets there, and so me and I are like, okay, we were there when she got back from the MRI. I wrote her a note documenting everything that she told us about having to go through the Middle East to get to her hospital room and everything. And the nurses like didn't seem worried. So I'm like, okay, she's on more than Ativan. Maybe she was still in pain, so she was on some morphine or something that they gave her. Because I'm just like, that's just not how you behave, you know? And so then like she takes a nap, and while we were there before Maddie got there for like an hour or so, and that should be enough to wear that off. And it's not. Maddie shows up and she's just like, ugh. And so like 2 hours after that, she woke up again, and they send me video, and she's sitting there like this with her hand, and they're like, Karma, are you petting Peanut? And she's got one of those little things, the laser oxygen meters on her finger that's taped on. She's like, no, I'm trying to draw the line. It keeps going over there, but I need to draw it. And I'm just like, what the hell? And so it turns out that my mother is one of the 1 in 1,000 people that hallucinate like fucking mad if exposed to Ativan.
That's
For
hilarious.
days. They had to keep her overnight.
I was a regular 40 milligrams a day person for a long time. And I never tripped once. I'm disappointed.
No, so she didn't remember like a couple of days. She was just out of it, and we're like, yeah, you did this. And this is the shot that never ends. Yes.
That's epic.
Basically. But yeah, so Karma on Ativan is like, it was really funny until it became scary, if that makes sense. You know, because it's like, are you gonna join us again sometime soon? Because if you stay like this, the whole family is screwed. Because wow. But yeah, so this would be another good reason why my mother does not like to get drunk and has never taken any other kind of substances.
She only smokes when she drinks, and she only drinks when she smokes, and guess what? She don't do either.
I'm gonna go take some Ativan and spank my monkey.
If you were my mom, you would suddenly see a monkey chasing you, and
I know.
that would be bad.
I need to see the monkey.
I want to see the monkey. Show it to me.
Exactly.
Shock the monkey. Shock the monkey.
Brass monkey. Sorry, we were doing monkey songs there.
Chunky monkey.
Little monkeys jumping on the bed. I don't know. I'm running out of
One
monkey
fell off
songs.
and bumped his fucking head.
What's the other running around the mulberry bush? The monkey chased the weasel.
Weasel, yeah.
The monkey thought it off was fun. Was
Oh,
all
no.
good fun.
We're missing a very obvious one for us older folks. It's hey, we're the monkeys.
Yeah.
I love the monkey, man.
I wish I could like have a spark.
I missed that
I went to
show.
the dentist yesterday, so my teeth are all and this gap that has gotten there. I was going to try to get braces on. They're like, so yeah, you know, if you do the orthodontal thing, the bones in your jaw are getting fragile because my meds make me. You're like, oh, Carrie's back, and she won't shut the fuck up. No. But I have a bone density loss thing going on from my epilepsy meds, and so trying to have like the braces or something to go back to fix that might actually just break the bones in my jaw and my mouth and make my teeth fall out. So that's no longer an option.
Oh.
Kids, take care of your teeth. Brush them, floss them, do everything constantly. Go in and get regular cleanings because there's little pockets in your gums where they don't quite hug the tooth exactly, and your toothbrush cannot get up there and remove plaque. And so then it turns into other things, and you have to spend years getting everything brushed till it's looking pretty good. And if you have bruxism, like, you're anxious as fuck like me and you grind your teeth and shatter them and break them and then they fall out, your teeth will move.
Yeah, and then you can borrow mine.
So that was the other thing. She was worried. She was cognizant enough to realize that she'd been in an MRI machine and she has an implant, and she was worried that it was going to go flying from her mouth and latch itself onto the MRI machine. So she's like, is it still there? Is my tooth still there? And we're like, yes, your tooth is still there. So, okay, that's me. I'm done now. I will shut up because I want to know what y'all been doing.
I'll say hello to your mom for me. I missed her.
I will.
Yes, we send all our love to Karma.
Yes. She asked me what I wanted to do for my birthday, and I was like, oh, I don't know, we can grab a meal or something, or just like go. I can't remember where we were talking about going. And she's like, well, I had a thought. Maybe we could go to the house on the rock that you've always wanted to go to, and we could go and get pancakes at the Judy's Pancakes place. I think it's Judy. So I was like, oh, I didn't know we were talking about like leaving the state, but yeah. And if you aren't following Judy's Family Cafe, you really need to. Her name's Judy. She has pancakes. You should go there for breakfast.
Oh my gosh.
Have you been watching
I know exactly who the heck you're talking about.
From Galesburg, Illinois?
Yes.
Yeah. She just opened up their second restaurant.
She has those real little lenses, and she goes, hello, I got wonderful pancakes. You come in, right? Oh
I have best pancakes. You come have breakfast.
Yeah. Like,
I love
all of
her.
a sudden, it's like they're driving by and they're like, don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. And all of a sudden, they're like looking back, and she's in the back seat. And she goes, are you stopping in today? It's like, oh my gosh.
She'll walk people. Yeah, she's walking people's dog. There's one where there's like a car crash, and she just takes footage from random things and then like sticks herself in it. Like something hits a car, and suddenly she's laying in the back seat with a bag of pancake or a plate of pancakes. I'm Judy. I have the best pancakes. Come have breakfast. I love her. She's actually. She went so viral that the town is like prospering.
Oh yeah.
Like people are coming from out of the country to eat her pancakes. She had to open a second location, and they're shopping at all of the local businesses, staying at local hotels, gassing up at their gas stations. So all you need is crazy Chinese woman making pancakes. And you too could have a prosperous small town.
That is awesome. We need pancakes. We need Waffle House. We need pecans and something.
I just drove past the Waffle House.
I want to go to Waffle House, but I ain't got time. It's starting to kill me.
I have one literally, it's like a 3-minute walk from my house.
Oh, that rocks. Mine is at least an hour and a half away. It is saddening.
I don't even know how far away the closest Waffle House is. It's a while. I don't go to it.
I can't live in a town that doesn't have a Waffle House and a Little Caesars, man. I will accept pennies, though.
I'll be right back.
Well, Bill.
I need to go get my late night dinner.
Is it just us?
I'm here.
You're where?
I'm in my car driving.
Okay.
Talking to you guys. Now I'm parking.
I'm still here, but I'm taking those meds we were talking about.
Okay. Well, you said it was Thirsty Thursday, so I poured myself a bourbon. I started. Got started on it. Let's see how we do.
Okay, I shall have less sinus pain soon.
Actually, no. Much more.
I am nice and comfy in bed with you guys.
Ooh la la.
Less pain is good.
Oh yeah, you guys would be good to snuggle with, right?
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Except my joints popping constantly.
Well, that's okay. You'll randomly hear mine pop too. It'll be fine.
Gonna slather myself in lidocaine again before I go to bed.
Unfortunately, that sounds like a plan.
I'll be somewhere in the middle of the pile making barnyard sounds.
Dude, you're liable to hear chickens and random semis go by, so it'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
I'll give you each forehead kisses and tell you guys are good girls or good boys. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
Yay.
So I did a thing, and I was in a wrestling ring on this past Saturday.
How did that go?
Well, really well. I was the special guest referee as Beetlejuice for Jason versus Michael Myers.
You need to.
Nice.
I'll have footage to show you guys here soon.
That sounds fun.
They're trying to get me more involved. It was going to be a match, but I'm not ready for that yet. But I have lost 20 pounds.
Okay.
I need to lose
Awesome.
I need to lose 120 pounds.
I got another 50 or so to go.
I would like to lose more than 120 pounds, but
And my pants fit better. They're now starting to fall off, so I think I'm getting somewhere.
Yep, that's where I'm at right now too.
My oldest child is as tall as Ron now. It's confusing.
Damn.
Yeah, she can be a big girl.
I have a friend who's on Amazon. She's like 6'10" or something like that.
That's like 6'3", 6'4".
I am 6'1"
And
Joshy is 6'4".
I'm between 5'10" and 6'1", depending on how much I can stand that day, according to the doctor.
Yeah, it's painful.
Karma's shrinking. But I sat next to a lady even shorter than her when I was at the dentist the other day. We had to sit in the line for getting dental x-rays done. And I sat down and my feet touched the floor. And this other lady crawled into the chair and sat next to me. And she was just kicking her feet back and forth like this far from the ground. It's just like, wow. That has to suck for you everywhere.
Right.
A lot of things suck for me. What?
No, things are going really, really good at the haunt, though. Been having bands come and play, the wrestling. We're about to do some stuff with a local theater who's doing a show based on Let the Right One In, the vampire movie. There's a movie they got finished locally that's on Tubi that they're trying to do some promotion with us. Hey. We got radio stations out there now helping us with shit. Harley again. It's been blowing up, man, and our whole outside queue and like party upstairs is going really well. We almost doubled our record for opening night attendance this year.
That's awesome.
Wonderful. That is very cool.
It started off very good so far.
I am very happy for you.
That rocks.
And I've already acted two nights. And 4 nights we've been open, I've acted 2 of them, which is already more than I got to act last year. So I'm already very happy about that.
Cool.
Ours opens tomorrow. We are stressed out, trying to get stuff around.
Yeah.
People are like, well, what can I help with? It's like, if you weren't here in the beginning, you can't just jump into helping us. You don't know where we are in the project. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, we lost 5 of our haunters because of one virus.
Yep. I had a long talk with that virus.
You had a long talk?
A very long talk.
Okay.
This virus has turned into sinus infections at this house.
This virus has had a really, really bad situation, and now I have lost 5 haunters because of this. And being a virus is not good. And the wording... Oh, now my printer just hates me. Paper jam.
Delicious.
That
Better than baby jam.
You know, that was one hell of a story.
I love that story. I was just telling somebody again about it the other day. The ending of that just fucked me up so, like, in the best way possible. Like, I did not see that coming.
No.
I have to read
That
it at
was
least once
just
a year.
insane.
Uh-huh. Man, my story for this anthology is weird as fuck.
It wasn't as weird considering where I'm from.
Well, yeah, it was based on, I'd shown you the original story that it was from. It was a much shorter story. It was like not even half that length. And then I've been thinking about it so much because I haven't really put it anywhere or done anything with it quite yet. It just hadn't fit anywhere. And then I started thinking about it, and the more I wrote, the more I just kept going. I was gonna I'm gonna try and take this one to 4,500 words. This is gonna be a weird, slow, fucked up burn.
Oh yeah.
It definitely turned out. It's definitely unlike anything else I've written. For better or worse, it's unlike.
I don't think either poem I turned in or is like anything else I've written. And I am actually really happy you like my ode to Jem and to you.
Yeah.
But I get that idea. It's like, I've never written anything like this before. You wrote a really good story, and I'm happy to finally get to share it in something.
It's the first thing I've written in a while.
I have to write again.
So much more this year, and then, once again, life happened.
Life is good at doing that.
Now, I've been writing on things. That's the only thing I've completed.
Oh,
Been
yeah.
coming up with even more story ideas that I have to jot down and then be like, shit. I
Yeah.
have to write that now.
I'm halfway through another story and in a different stage of finishing with like 4 books.
Cool. And then I want to write a comic.
I've been wanting to write a lit novel lately. What's it called? Adventure lit? Not for what it's like D&D.
Yeah.
Whatever those are called, because I'm listening to a series right now that I'm fucking in love with, and it's making me want to do one.
What series are you listening to?
Dungeon Crawler Carl. It is fucking epic. Basically, there's these aliens that have been around forever on Earth, and ever so often, they do these kind of things. It makes you kind of think a little bit of a Hitchhiker's Guide, the whole concept behind it a little bit. Right out to there being a much larger world, a much larger galaxies or whatever out there. And they turn our whole planet basically into Running Man. There's a lot of fucking straight up hilarious comedy, dark humor. But you have to you're going down the floors of a dungeon and everything in the dungeon is built from something that was on your planet. So they had to go down all these different levels. He's got a cat that becomes intelligent named, I forget her name right now. But yeah, there's a cat that talks who's hilarious. You team up with people, you make a party, you can equip weapons. They turn it into basically an MMO. That's what the aliens did. And it's a giant game show that, again, kind of like Running Man. But it's really good. The plot is really well written. Everything's well voiced, well done. But it's Dungeon Crawler Carl series by Matt Denneman.
I've been listening to Red Moon by Benjamin Percy. narrated by Benjamin Percy. And I was blown away at his voice, because if you've ever met Benjamin Percy, like he puts Tone Loc to shame with the depth of his voice, and it is the booming, resonant type of deep voice, like the man belongs in radio. And I was like, okay, this is going to be really interesting to hear him narrate a book. Like, am I going to be terrified? Is it going to fuck with me trying to fall asleep? But his, he has like the narration voice going on. And then he like does his impressions of like, younger girls and teenage boys and things going on. It's like a werewolf thing kind of, but in a different type of setting. So it's pretty fun. But he does a really good job at adapting to all these other voices. And I was like, you jumped at least an octave there, sir, just in your speaking voice. That's crazy.
You take us down a whole octave in a
yeah, and it gets soothing, but at first it was just like kind of like when he was initially doing the introduction, it was like, oh, I'm being narrated to by a demon. But then when he starts getting into the character, it's like, okay, but every now and then there'll be like demon mode.
I also forgot to mention there's an AI that runs the game, and it's slowly going insane. And it pops up with these weird, let's say, achievement, and some weird fucking story it tells you just to give you prizes and random shit in the dungeon for fun.
Okay.
But the AI voice steals the show with all the hilarious achievements. It gets, again, crazier and dirtier as it goes along.
I've been listening to a whole lot of Richard Estep books. And in two of them, he gives, in one of them, he gives a longer history than he does the other of how Asylum's 49 started and how he had guest acted at their haunt.
Oh, hell yeah.
And that was really epic. And then I got to meet one of the haunters on TikTok that acts at Asylum 49. He does Boo School on there.
Very cool.
I definitely have been enjoying all his books. I have learned a lot of things about actual haunted places and how some haunted places have become haunted attractions.
Yeah. Ooh, speaking of which, on Halloween night, we have an actual paranormal investigation team coming with and doing an open investigation at our building at midnight.
That rocks.
Nice.
It's gonna be wild.
That would be awesome to see.
Presumably.
You know what one of the hardest things about being a low haunt is?
What?
I'm printing my tickets right now, myself, and I just had 3 of them totally fail on the sheets, and there is 8 per sheet. Which is not bad. It just sucks.
Aggravating.
Yes.
Why didn't you print them the same place you printed them last time?
You mean last year?
Yeah.
It's me.
I thought
It is the same place.
I thought Wicked FX did it last year.
2 years ago.
Oh, see, I get my years backwards, man. You're right. I was in Middletown then. Yeah, you're right.
Dude, so many things have happened over the last 3 years.
Yeah, I left my damn car.
Exactly.
I'd say about the last 3 to 4 years have all been the same year. In my brain, anyway.
Understandable. Life is just weird lately.
My year has started rotating around Terrificon.
I have haunt season and not haunt season. That's it's just it.
But there's really not haunt.
But now it's weird because we do like so many extra events that it just feels like it's always haunt season.
I'm going to
Good, bad.
with my calendar being, is it convention or not?
I don't really do many if any conventions right now. I'm not even selling books at the Haunt this year because I didn't have enough money to get enough stock before we started.
A Monday coming up. You need to be stolen before the 15th of next month.
Which you? Do you mean me?
Yes, you. There's something
Okay.
you promised a tiny man for his birthday, and we're coming up on his birthday.
Yeah, we need to record that.
Yep, that way I can play it on the big TV, and he can be like, Beetlejuice is reading to me.
Yes.
I'm a couple of years behind on things.
Yeah, we're good at that. Oh, and on your birthday, Soapy had tried to summon you by saying your name 3 times, and then she was sad because it didn't work.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got something.
You're loved.
Funny.
That was a crappy day. Good food though. I got cake this year too. It was good.
Yay!
So I bought a copy of the very first book that I am published in the actual physical book, just to come find out that the printer made a mistake in the book. Yeah. It wasn't on my story, it was on someone else's, but I was like, so we did a little investigating. I'm the only one that has that mistake in any copies.
That is odd.
It happens sometimes.
It's a double print. Like they printed the title twice.
Yeah, yep.
I once came into possession of a horror anthology that had 5 slipcovers on it. And I went back, I got it from my local used bookstore. I'm like, is this like, am I missing something? Is this normal? It's like, oh, once you get coffee on the first one, you just take it off and you got the next one ready to go. And they were like, that is so weird. I'm like, okay, so it's not just me.
That's funny.
I also have come across multiple typos in the comics that I've been reading lately, and it drives me absolutely insane, particularly when they're anything from one of the major publishing companies.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you know how many people had to see this and let it go?
A lot, presumably. That's my word, by the way.
Presumably?
Yep.
Okay. We have to work on a song for Vito Del Sante and Dino Haspiel's Vito X Dino podcast that contains the word ostensibly, because Vito cannot get through an episode without saying ostensibly, and must also mention Jack Kirby.
Okay.
In a positive way.
Okay.
It's one of those open invitations to make a song for them, and I'm like, I could probably come up with something like that, but
how positively?
Again, I keep putting it off.
Like how positively?
Like I've written some little ditties and stuff, but I haven't gotten like a full-on thing. But I don't know that they necessarily want, like a 5-minute song and dance.
Right.
It just needs to be like a jingle.
How positively do you have to speak about Kirby?
Like he's their hero.
Oh, because that had just been like, and Jack Kirby was the guy who did some stuff, and that would have been it.
No, I was just gonna kind of make a reference to them being Jack Kirby fans.
Yeah.
They are big Jack Kirby fans. Yes, they are those sexy mans or something. I don't know.
Yeah, and that works.
We are Kirby fans, and we're not talking about the giant pink sucking one.
I mean, well, you kind of are still, because Jack Kirby does suck. What's the difference between Jack Kirby and a vacuum? Nothing. Sorry, just playing. You the drink.
I'll just, when in doubt, use my colon bun glass and drink some more bourbon.
That's what your squirrel does.
I saw that same bottle of scotch. Well, not the one she broke, the one that she bought to replace it with.
I was looking at my aftercare instructions.
Yeah.
Because I drink 3 alcoholic beverages a week.
I don't even drink one a year. Yeah, people sometimes medical intake is not good.
And they didn't even ask me about alcohol intake.
That's crazy. Have you ever seen a Sasquatch get super drunk if they're up on himself?
Yes.
Do you want to?
I've seen Lurch
Nope.
do it.
No, because I did at the haunt. That was hilarious. Needless to say, I don't have a Sasquatch for a while.
I thought you were talking about yourself.
No, not me.
So I read, I randomly throw on the Rowan's books. It's not Rowan, but the character Rowan. You know that series with I can't remember the name of the series for the life of me, but you know how in the series they end up having to get Caflex for him.
Yeah.
And the really funny thing is the first set of antibiotics they put Cassie on, she's allergic to. But we didn't know that until she got the antibiotics. So we had to take her off that, and then they sent another one in. And it was hilarious because I'm like, she has Caflex.
Caflex is a hardcore antibiotic.
Yeah,
too.
it is.
Yeah, I'm hoping she doesn't have bad side effects, but also I need her to not have a sinus infection anymore because it's disrupting her vision.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I don't know how that feels.
So, yeah. Current goal, get them well. Unfortunately, going to school is like going to a con. The crud is real.
Yes, it's worse at schools.
Dude, there's a school in Tennessee. There's a school district in Tennessee that is not accepting doctors' excuses now.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
not accepting any excuses. They say that if the kid's sick, send them to school anyways.
Yep. I'm hearing a lot about that lately. School systems.
Oh, yeah.
Don't give them Tylenol.
Okay, I'm not saying anything about that because
Yeah, I shouldn't have. It just popped in my head. Sorry. Happened. Didn't mean to.
But at this point, they have 18 for the year. 18 days they can have off. And the thing is, if my kids are sick enough, they don't have to go. I'm not sending them.
Right.
What do they expect a sick kid to do? Just like carry a barf bag around with them or let them sleep on their desks as they're too exhausted to move?
You know, Dante was throwing up. I didn't make him go. I'm like, you know what, Miss Inman, you don't need to deal with this. And she was probably perfectly happy with that idea. Shout out to an amazing lady who deserves all the love. And not to have that on her shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not get other people sick. That's just one of those goals in life. They used to when I was a kid, they used to do things like if somebody had chicken pox, they would try to expose as many kids as they possibly could to it so that we'd all get sick and then we'd all build our immunity and be done with it. And that's how I got a head injury because I had chicken pox and they wouldn't send me home for the day because they wanted me to expose as many people as they possibly could. And then they sent us out for recess and blah, blah, blah. And the rest is history.
Right.
So, yeah.
I got whooping cough when I was going to Sinclair when I was working on the associates for the writing stuff. And I was in the theater program and switched over because I got really sick. And even when I came back from it, my body couldn't do the things that they wanted me to be able to do. But that was kind of lucky though, because I ended up taking creative writing and you know how that went. That was great. But when I came back to school, and I was out for like a week or two. I mean, it was that bad. And it was right before COVID too.
Yeah.
It was early, it was the year, it was
2019.
early in the year in 2019.
It was about October.
No, it wasn't October.
September, October is right after we moved in.
Okay.
It was before we moved in the house.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
In July.
Yeah, it was around June, July. And I came back in after being sick. I still wasn't feeling that great when I came back. And it was a kid that was also in one of my classes who laughed really hard. But he said, "Yeah, I had it. I must have been the one that gave it to you. I thought it was really funny." Man, I pushed that kid right up against the wall. Here I am, an adult. And when I say kid, he was like 22, 23. I got right into his face. I never pushed him. All right, I never like hit him or anything. And I was like, dude, you're lucky I don't fucking kill you right now. And it all turned out that he thinks it's funny that he never was vaccinated for it. I won't go into that much farther, but
Yeah.
it got me really fucking sick. It sucked.
Sick sucks. I don't like it. Don't like it one bit.
I don't like it at all. And dude, and the problem with some of these viruses is you can be in full PPE, fully vaccinated, and still get the damn things.
That's also true.
Yeah. I need to go
That
get
is so true that it happened.
I need to go get more shots. I need to get my booster and flu for this year still. I haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah, I need to do that too still.
It's just
We're working at the hall because they pass it around there too, especially now that we have even more people, more chances to get fucking something or other.
with my sleep schedule though, you guys know how much I sleep. My Fitbit is just like this. 14 and a half hours, 14 and a half hours, 10 and a half hours. And then I'll have like 4 hours. There's always one that just like I've slept so much that I stay up for a lot of it. But then sleeping that only short amount, I'll force myself to stay up until later, and then it starts the whole cycle again. Or I'll just have a seizure and it'll knock me out for like the 17 or something. So it's like I get nothing done. Because I'm waking up, taking pills, getting awake, answering emails, setting things up for stuff. And well, I mean, I get things done, but I don't get like the personal projects that I want to done, you know?
Right.
I only get things that involve other people done.
Right. That's definitely been me lately.
And not even all of those that I've been trying to do. By the way, so I'll tell you guys a quick thing. We are going to have some fun guests coming up on some future shows, guys. We have got Mark Prott. He is somebody that I went to UNK with in the theater department. And this is back when I was a theater girl and it was my first semester in college. And he was in the theater department and in a play with me and ended up going off and doing some great stuff. And he wrote the 4-color plays. It's a trilogy of plays about comic books. And I recently ran into him again through one of my comic book people. And he's out in Chicago directing and acting and writing plays and doing stuff like that. So we're going to get into the storytelling vibe with him. Going to have him on. We scheduled it and then we had to cancel it because of things, but we will schedule again to have him on, and we'll get to watch some little clips from the plays and talk about all the different aspects, since he also produces music. So we get like 10 different kinds of storytelling out of him, and he is excited to go into it from that aspect. So that's going to be real cool. So stay tuned. That will be coming up one of these Sundays. And I just got another person who I didn't even tell you guys about yet, but I got to scroll up a little ways. You're like, what's going on?
I know there's another potential, but I don't think you're going to mention that one until it's locked down in the future.
Yeah, no, I'm not mentioning that one. We'll wait until we have things for sure on that. But Weird House has a new author that they want to promote, Michael Aronovitz, and he wrote a book called Red Meta. And so I'm going to be getting that sent out. And when I get that, I'll share it with you guys, and we will set up a date with him as well. And yeah, we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some new storytellers on, and some that we are holding off until probably post haunt season, because that will be the best time to have them on, so we can get the whole crew on board.
Yeah, we definitely got to do some Allied Society soon too.
Yeah, I got a bunch of people I want to pull in on that.
Yeah, I've always got more stories. Run into a lot more film people lately too.
Yeah.
Yeah, might need to do an Allied picture show in the near future too.
Oh yeah. We have some people set aside for that too, don't we? already.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I definitely need you people on November 2nd.
As long as I am not out of the state.
Okay, because it's Mando for Pyle and Raz.
Yep.
I already told you. You just got to remind me on that Sunday, which remind me a couple of times.
Yeah, I'll call you.
That's the day daylight saving
I
time
will send
ends,
you
so
voice.
make sure everybody
Okay.
knows what time it is.
Yeah.
We're about caught
'Cause
up
we got
on
a
all the
release.
shit. Go ahead.
That's the release party. And you're about caught up on what?
All the stuff I need to do, like all the major stuff at the hunt. I've caught up with most of it this week. I have a little more to catch up with after that next week, and then I'll be able to do more things. Like if there's anything you need from me, if there's anything videos you guys need made for the the network, whatever, I'll be able to finally start doing those things again.
I still would like the poem.
You have access to all the poems.
Okay, I can just randomly pick the poem. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
I will pick the poem and show off your amazingness. I just have to find out which one I want now.
Your choice, man.
I'm happy about that, though. I know it doesn't look like it, but it's been a very long week.
That it has, and my week is just beginning. Tomorrow, all over again.
What is tomorrow?
Friday, haunts open tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
So far, I've been to 2 haunts already this season. I've been to the Brimstone Haunt, which is a trail, a hayride, and like a little house. It's some other fun shit. And I went to Face Your Fears in Springfield, and that was a lot of fun as well. And then this Sunday, I'm going to Dent.
Ooh, that'll rock.
See Max for a little bit.
Yay!
And I think next week or so, we're going down to the Indy Scream Park in Anderson, Indiana.
Okay.
And they've got like 6 haunted houses like on their property, so I'm excited about that.
There for a second, I was thinking Anderson, Texas, and I'm like, you're going to be in Texas. But yeah.
No.
No.
It's a big haunt trip. Gonna carpool / get a bus. I will not be on said bus because I like to smoke, and I can't smoke on the bus.
Yeah.
The smoke on the bus does not come from Raz.
Nope.
All the way to Indy.
Yeah. You better believe I'll be smoking all the way in Indy. Fuck, I've done fucking Michigan twice in less than a month. That shit's killing me. And the door dashing all the time. This driving shit sucks.
Sorry. I just realized my toilet has been running since before I got on the show.
You had to go catch it?
Yeah, I had to catch it and pull the little chain thing so it would stop. Have you guys heard of this before? It's the Museum of Shadows, voted the most haunted museum in the world, with the world's largest collection of verified haunted artifacts.
Yes, I have actually.
Okay, because that is in Omaha.
Yep.
And they have a bunch of stuff up, and I just found out about it, and you can go on like ghost hunt tours with them, and you can also I don't know about this part. My mom's like, no, but you can spend 10 minutes sitting in a dark room by yourself. I'm like, okay.
Give me $5, I'll let you do that now.
What I think is there's a particular black.
Oh yeah.
The access of everything.
Yeah, that room is wild. I know what you're talking about now.
If it's that room,
Yeah, it's like a reverse devil's toy box. Yeah.
Yeah, like within a minute, you start hearing things.
Yep. It's supposed to be pretty badass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is I think you're sitting in a room. They record you
Yeah.
with stuff, but I think you're in a room with a bunch of haunted objects.
Yeah.
So, and they have like videos you can watch on their site, and the story of one of the dolls is like they it's a family had it and it got freaky and it scared them, so they threw it into a landfill, and then a couple years later it showed back up in their shit again, and so they threw it away, and then they found it halfway crawling out of the trash.
The cat came back the very next day.
Thought he was a goner. Yeah. So
I did a grudge version of that saga and made it 10 verses long. That was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, it's crazy because with everything going on with what's left of the War Museum now, word is they either got some of it or they're about to get some of it. Have you been keeping up with all that shit?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The Warrens? Ed and Lorraine Warren? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. War Museum.
I thought you said war, and I was like,
Well, the daughter's second husband, he decided to try and sell Annabelle to Zach Baggins, and then that deal fell through because he didn't like Zach Baggins, and who does? And then he decided to take it on the road. So Annabelle and some way worse artifacts actually than Annabelle went on tour across the U.S. And when they made it to Louisiana, a series of events happened, including it started in Louisiana. And in Louisiana, where it started, a historic plantation mysteriously burnt down. A prison bus. Something happened to the prison bus while these convicts escaped.
Like murderers.
Like murderers and shit. And then what's his name died?
One of the handlers.
Yeah, no, it was the main handler.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, he died in Gettysburg.
You're right. He died in Gettysburg. Yeah, the daughter's second husband died literally on the road in Gettysburg.
Her second husband. He was just the handler.
Oh, okay. You're right. Yeah, the main handler of that. But now Annabelle went up for sale with a lot of other artifacts. Just boom, and some comedian has it. Matt Rife has it. Matt Rife bought Annabelle and a bunch of other shit.
I'm surprised it wasn't what's his name, the rapper guy who got the like $3 million magic card.
No, I don't think he was interested. I don't think anyone sensible is interested in that stuff.
Well, if Guillermo del Toro didn't want it, then
yeah,
that why would you do that? I
mean, what I was more concerned with was the mirror and the painting also got sold in this, and was also fucking traveling. And how the fuck, man? I got nothing. These people are idiots.
Yeah, whether you believe or not, just the response. Reality is what you expect, so it's how things affect you and the people around you. And if you're taking something like that on tour, you're going to have a bunch of people, even if you're the staunchest non-believer in existence, weird shit is going to happen just because of the weird people that are going to be following that around.
Oh yeah.
So even if you don't want to believe in it, there's going to be weird shit happening, whether you attribute it to the haunted items or just the way that people react to the haunted items.
Oh yeah.
Because mob mentality is insane.
We have two cursed items and 3 paranormal items just in the freak show at the haunt alone. Not to mention our whole asylum is stocked full of medical shit that was pulled out of abandoned asylums, all kinds of shit. Like our whole building is we just keep adding more fucked up shit in there, man.
I just get tokens from the dresser people. And I've been getting cicadas this year. I've got 3 already. Yeah.
I love cicadas.
I do too. I put them in my shrine, but I've already gotten 3 this year, which is kind of unusual. The 2 of them though, I found like I get one off of my mother's deck. But 2 of them have been in the same spot outside my front door, just laying there on the step.
Yeah.
So I've had 2 times where I've just had to scoop one up as I was coming in the apartment building. So we'll have to see if I get any more, because they're just like left as offerings sitting on the step to my door. and nobody's stepped on them or shoved them aside or anything. So they're pretty. The
Oh,
nice
yeah.
green ones with the smoky wings and big shiny eyes. I like them.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking. Please continue.
Oh, no, I was just saying they're super loud. That was all I had.
Yeah, they are.
I got to see the new Toxic Avenger. It's actually the
Yay.
Sunday before my birthday. Michelle took me to the drive-in because I haven't been all year, and that's like my favorite place in the world. And I got to see Conjuring 3 and Toxic Avenger. And by the way, both amazing fucking movies. You should especially see Toxic Avenger because the money made from every ticket, the part that goes back to the studio, gets put into a fund for people that are in financial need to help them pay off their medical debt. They raised like I think $8 million or so for that now.
That's awesome.
Yep. They decided rather than spending all this money on like advertising and all this crazy shit, they were just gonna do that.
Have you speaking of movies coming out, and that's very cool. I have to admit, I still have to see the first one. It's not my ball of yarn, you know,
There's
or ball
4
of
of them and a
or-
cartoon.
Okay. Well, then I have a lot of catching up to do at
Yeah.
some point when I'm in the mood for Toxie.
I would love to do a Toxie-thon with you, 1,000,000%, man.
Okay. At some point, like, you know, in the next year, after we read House of Leaves, which I bought another copy of, by the way.
Woohoo! Mine's still standing by.
I gotta figure out where I put the latest copy, but I'll find it.
Another copy lost it already. Damn.
Yeah. This is something
I'll tell you
that
what.
I was going to ask you about, though, because I think you would be the one who would have seen it, and I haven't seen it yet. But the new Spinal Tap.
Not out yet.
Oh, I know people have gone and seen it.
Well, then I'm really behind because I didn't think it was out yet, and that makes me sad. And I'm gonna watch it this weekend now.
Let me check, but I know John's seen it, but he sometimes gets pre-release.
I thought it was coming out real soon. I didn't know that it was out already.
Well, I see the trailer.
The trailer's awesome.
Premiere. Yeah, it released on the 12th.
Damn it!
So
I thought it was about to come out like any day, and I kept thinking to myself, man, I thought that movie was coming out already, and I haven't even seen it.
yeah,
I
and
will rectify this because I love the first one.
they did it on IMAX. If you're one of those people,
Eh,
I
not
don't
really.
do IMAX because it makes me have seizures. It's something else.
I idolized the first movie, man. Seriously, that movie is fucking amazing. I know I'm gonna love this one.
I'm gonna give you a brief spoiler, even though I haven't seen it yet, because somebody was talking about it and I had to ask. I was like, how many drummers?
How many?
One.
What?
Yeah. Apparently they let that gag go in this one. There's only one drummer in this one.
Oh wow! So no one else spontaneously combusted?
Yeah, that's the only thing I asked though. And they were just, and they pretty much, their review was just like, it was really good. So
Hell yeah! Oh yeah!
yeah, so you'll have to check that out.
It's nice to see a lot of my favorite comedies coming back with other parts. Like we had Bill and Ted 3, like during COVID-ish. We got this now. Wayne's World 3 is apparently going to happen.
Okay.
And from what I understand, Bill and Ted 4 is going to happen.
I have heard that as well.
Oh, and Strange Brew. Strange Brew's coming back for another movie, and so Spaceballs.
Heard about Spaceballs. Yeah.
Strange Brew is the Canadian brothers, Dave Thomas and Rick Moranis. It was from SCTV back in the day.
Yeah.
It was the Canadian SNL. It was the McKenzie brothers. They were always drinking beer, making fun of each other, and watching hockey, and then they turned into a movie in the 80s or early 90s.
Didn't they have their version of the 12 Days of Christmas and a beer in
Yep,
a tree?
Yes.
Yeah. That's all I know of him. But Rick Moranis just, as soon as like Ghostbusters and stuff was over, he just retired.
Well, his
'Cause he
wife
took
died.
care of his kids. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so it's like finally his kids are adults, and so he's like coming back into movies now.
He's
doing
also
stuff, and everybody's
really
like,
good.
"Ooh."
He's really good friends with Josh Gad, which is awesome because Josh Gad does all kinds of crazy shit and is like single-handedly bringing back pop culture in the most fucking amazing ways. And if not for him and Rick, I don't think we would have Spaceballs. Also, they canned the original Honey, I Shrunk the Kids project, but now they're working on a new one to bring Rick Moranis back into it. So there's all these things he's getting to revisit from his career, and there's rumors are that he will be in Ghostbusters as soon as he feels like there's a good reason to bring him in. But he's now on board if they find a good way. And apparently they're already working on the next one of those too, and writing anyway.
That's fair. Yeah, and
Dude, he
Forced
was showing
cameos.
his kid the Spaceballs, and she's like, "But when can I watch the second one?" And he's like, "But there isn't one." So he called him up and asked him about making a second one.
Yep. And then Josh Gad fucking hounded him for months. Got Mel to sit down with him and Rick. And then just contacted everybody else who's still alive. John Candy's son is in it.
Oh, cool.
There's a lot of people stepping up to be in this, man. I think it's going to be like the magnum opus for all of his movies.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see a modern Mel Brooks film.
Yep. I mean,
because
thankfully he was yogurt, so when he appears, he's not going to look a whole lot older.
But I mean, like with the way that culture is right now,
yeah,
90% of Mel Brooks films would have caused outrage if they were released today.
Well, he did one a couple years back. It was the next installment of History of the World.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was that was a couple years back. That was really good. I mean, it was risque enough without going into how it used to be. It was well modernized.
Cool. I'll check that out. Sure, I
think with Spaceballs, it's a little easier, I think, too, because a lot of the humor he uses in some of his other stuff isn't quite as much in Spaceballs because it's more concentrating on it being a ripoff of Star Wars and everything.
Yeah.
Except for like the Druish princess, that but they could still. I'm sure they'll find ways to do shit.
Yeah, it's. Oh,
in some ways, there's almost more he can do in certain areas. He just has to lay off kind of the older areas.
Yeah, modernize his humor a bit. You can still be somewhat extreme.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys seen the Top Gun, or not the Top Gun? The
Naked Gun. No, but I want to. I want to see that so fucking bad.
It's funny.
It looked interesting.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed it. I took Jaden. We made a deal with the girls. The girls wanted to go see K-pop Demon Hunter sing along.
Okay, I've heard really good things about that, but I hang out with the comic, the K-pop Demon Hunters in just as a thing. I don't know about the sing-along part. I didn't hear about that, but somebody was talking about K-pop Demon Hunters, and a bunch of comic book people were chiming in, and they're like, "Oh, it's fabulous! It's great! You got to see it." Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what in the fuck it is, but
let me give you a little bit of an understanding, okay?
Yes,
Number one, it is a girl group of demon hunters that sing K-pop. Okay.
Okay.
As they are doing so well, the one that's in charge of the demons sends this group of 5 boys from their demon realm to go sing, and they make a boy band.
Okay. I'm liking this so far.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
What the heck? They do this entire thing, comedy act, but it is in the style of Spider-Man, oh, what the heck is that Spider-Man with all the cartoon and all the different Spider-Mans in it?
Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends?
Across the universe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's done in that style. All right. The reason I
Okay.
know as much as I do is because I go upstairs after working down in the basement, and it's like listening to it all over. And then down the road, Dad, can we listen to Golden or Soda Pop or this? And I'm like, child, I will smack you. But here's the kicker. There's two parts to this, okay?
Okay.
Because it has gotten so popular, it was an agreement between Netflix and Sony. Sony didn't think it was going to do as good as it did, so Sony said, you know what? We want to sell everything to you.
Yeah.
And Netflix is like, awesome. Netflix did something that they've never done before. They took that movie at the same time as it being released on streaming.
Mhm.
They went ahead and put it in select movie theaters. So this is the first time that they can actually get special awards for actually making a movie that debuted on a freaking thing.
That's starting to get more and more popular.
Okay?
You know, okay.
There's more to this.
Oh, keep telling then.
After
But wait,
Sony-
there's more.
After Sony realized what the hell they did and how this just freaking took off, they said, would you like to work on the sequel with our studio? Netflix, yes, but we're in control of it because we're going to use your guys' butts. You released it. And they're like, if we can make some money off this damn pig, this is the equivalent right now to Frozen. There has never been a equivalent to Frozen, having the sing-alongs, having this and that. Yeah, there is so much K-pop merchandise coming out. There's this, there's that. It is not wanting to die. They made all the songs so freaking catchy, so upbeat, so da-da-da, that dads are like, please, just give me a wrench. Boom. I will lose a TV over listening to that again. Because now, the songs were sent out to the radio stations. And this is the first time that the radio stations have had something this volume that was purely done by like a streaming service.
That's crazy.
So now the radio stations are playing Golden, which is one of the biggest songs that you got right now. And there's just so much going along with it. Yes.
Is it in Korean or is it
No,
a
it's
K-pop group
English.
singing in English? Okay,
It's
that's
English.
different. Okay, that's
Yeah.
odd, but all right.
Well, I mean, most of the Korean songs juggle between English and Korean.
Okay.
That's the way they do it.
Okay, I
Because
don't know much
K-pop-
about K-pop.
K-pops actually start picking up so much running on this that's just like, oh, okay. And the thing is, there is one of the biggest Korean K-pop stars just lost half of their band to the military because once you get so old, you have to serve in their military. So
Lily loves them. Their thing is called Army too, like their fan club.
So
for the band.
Right. So now you have this entire thing where everybody's like, okay, are they going to get released from the government contract? And the government's like, no. And they're like, but we want this. And the South Koreans like, that's not how this works.
This is not America.
Everything is going through that these guys are doing everything they can just to get this stuff, because as soon as they get released, they want to get back together. But as they are getting out, some of the other ones are going in. So it's a transition that they want to go. And this has been the killer of a lot of their K-pops. But there has never been a fake K-pop that was created in something that rivals all the other K-pops. So the K-pops are pissed that this is not truly K-pop. Oh, but when you're on the radio, oh yes, it is.
So once again, Sony proved that it has absolutely no idea what is like pop culturally significant in America these days.
And then when they think they do, they fuck it all up.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Netflix already said, we're making storyboards, we're making this and that. You want money, you want something in this. You have to do this entire thing.
So
and use your creativity to make it. But yeah, so they've already casted the Action Live crew to remake this movie.
Okay. Cool, so does that mean that Netflix now owns at least the movie IP for it?
Yeah.
Or
they would have to.
They own everything.
Was there manga or anything beforehand, or shows or anything?
Nope.
It just
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Nothing. Everybody wants to know what was K-pop Demon Hunter, and when this hit the streaming service, what they did was they went on TikTok and they were bleeding little clip snippets, and this is what they're finding out, that a lot of kids, a lot of parents, a lot of people are watching these things on TikTok. And when they're watching it on TikTok, they're getting a bite of it. And they're like, now I'm going to search it. Netflix just did the exact same thing with their Haunted Hotel episodes. I seen Haunted Hotel, and dumbass was like, ooh, this looks like a good show. So I looked it up. It's not out yet.
Yeah, it is.
It is now, but when it was promoted, it wasn't out. And
I started watching it yesterday. I'm like a couple episodes in, and I'm fucking loving it, dude.
Right. Crunchyroll has done the exact same thing. I hate Crunchyroll for that reason. You cannot bait me and make me wait like 3 weeks. Okay, maybe you can, and maybe you have. Kudos to you, asshole.
I've been seeing all these terrible looking romance movies that they like. TikTok now has one of them. They have like short romance movies or something. Apparently, I've never used TikTok. I have an account and I have followers.
They're not based on TikTok though. It's there's this streaming service. It's like an audio streaming service where you have to pay in credits and all this weird shit. And they show up. They do TikToks for them, YouTube Shorts, Facebook ads for them that are really long.
Yeah, there's a couple different channels that do it because I play games on my phone and I make gift card money, and I've seen every single other service that does that in the commercials for the gift card money that I'm making. I personally use Fetch. If you would like a code to share some money, PM me on Facebook. You can find me at Carrie Sanders. If there's a Judging Crow, that's me.
I actually still need to do that one. I do a much better one, but I need to do that one too.
But yeah, I'll share the thing when we have a special going on, so we'll each get the maximum amount of share points and stuff. But I'm earning like a $50 gift card a month because I mean it's not a lot, but it's a free $50 a month. And when you're on a fixed income, that's books. That's something from Amazon. I'm like, I'm playing a Cheech and Chong game now for money.
I played that one,
Yeah, I'm trying to figure. I'll talk to you about it after the show. There's some things I'm trying to figure out with it. Like, is this supposed to take this long? Did I miss bumping up the right character at the right time? I don't know. But
I actually have to go soon. I'll probably be gone before we end because my phone is down to 6%.
Don't do that. Plug it in.
I got nowhere to plug it in out here, man. I was only on 30% when I joined, and it takes forever to get for this phone to go down. I've been on it for 2 hours, and it's only dropped 14% or 24%.
Well, there was one movie that I've seen enough of that advertised over and over and over and over and over on one of the games I was playing, because I just play them until I reach a max amount of points or I've hit the goals that some of them you get like with Fetch right now. Every week, if you hit 2 tasks on any games that you're playing, you get 2,000 points plus the points that you get from the game. Yeah, so like you'll grab a new game and do like the first 2 and then just let it sit there and play like, okay, I can use this for like the whole month and just get the first 8 goals or something. And I got 8,000 points. But some of them, you hit level 40 and it's a longer drawn out game, but you get like 40,000 points and that's almost an entire fucking gift card on its own. So I play those, but yeah, one of them was showing me this movie and it was The Arrangement. And the thing is that there are 2 versions of this. There is a, and they're all on some weird ass, like you have to subscribe to this romance channel thing to get them. And I convinced Leo to try to find one for me, and he found me the mini series, but it's the movie that I need. And I think you can only get it if you subscribe to this special shitty romance. And it doesn't look good at all. It looks terrible, but I've seen so much of it now that I just want to see how bad it is. If that makes sense,
Yeah.
Because it has those things where it's like, it's like the arrangement is, he's a rich playboy, but his father won't give him the company unless he settles down and marries a nice girl. So she's hired to marry him and he's going to make her life miserable. And then after they're mean to each other for a while, he's like, but I want you to kiss me right now, and it's just like, seriously, I got to see how this goes through that. Cause this looks like it's going to be, it's like the Tomb of the Terrible for romance kind of thing. And I'm like, that I want to see. But the other one is, I will support your father's hospital bills if you marry me. But we've only been on one date, but I'm sure that I can marry you. You just have to sign the contract. And I'm like, what? I don't get it.
One of those got me at one point in time because it's either those or it's the vampire superhero sci-fi one called Vampire System. And I got really into Vampire System for a while. I just found the audio versions of all of it. And I actually need to get back to that because I listened to half of it. And it's long as fuck. It's probably like 40, 50 hours, if not longer.
This one looks like it's only supposed to be like a short, either miniseries or movie. But like I said, there's 2 of them with the same name. And didn't get the one.
With some of those, they'll do a movie and some of them are audio only. So it just depends. And you have to buy a credit. You listen to somebody for free, but then you got to buy credits to listen to more of them. And
it's not worth throwing money at.
No.
I mean, I can write something like that on my own and it'll probably be better.
Yeah.
And the problem is you finally sift through all the stuff and you find the good one. The one that's like really well written. And then they randomly take it off the site.
Yeah.
Like my favorite flavor of ice cream or those new pants.
On that note, find Stina's pen and 5-time rejected Gamma on Amazon. You want it.
Please send them to me because I will not remember that right now. I do not have my notes document up right at the moment. I usually do, but I currently don't. I do have a picture of Hinata being fat, though. Would you guys all like to see it? Because I can share screen. Just because. I miss Hinata, but somebody posted up like they needed cat pics, and like, oh, I gotta see. It's not showing there.
Oh yeah, we're getting a new cat. Her name is Elvira.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
That is why we knew we needed her.
Elvira.
I don't want this.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, I gotta pull her up again because maybe that'll let me. It's doing that like, I'll show this screen, this screen, this screen, or this screen, but I won't show the one that you actually just opened and went to. Okay, here we go. This is Hinata, who is right here right now. But back when she was still alive, when she was in her fat days, she would lay on her back, and somebody posted their tuxedo cat laying on their back, and they were like offering up belly rubs, and I'm like, I just called it Hinata's being fat pose. So this is Hinata back in the day when she was my big chunky duchess, and I love my fat Hime pose.
Oh.
Isn't she sweet? I don't know.
Because there's nothing really for size. It almost looks like a person in a cat costume.
Oh, there's a flyer. That's a little newspaper thing by her foot.
Oh, okay. I didn't see what it was.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see it now.
That's like a newspaper. She's a pretty big cat, but until she got too old. But cats, she was one of those cats that like smelled so good. I know like it's weird, but if you see people that are pet owners, you'll see a lot of people who own cats being like, huff your cat, just like stick your face in and smell your cat. And they do smell really good. And Hinata always had a good smell to her. Yet he got kind of stanky every now and then. In fact, when I first got him, I hadn't had a cat for a while, and he moved in a full month before my ex, his owner, did. And I had a really bad stomach bug, and I was like puking constantly for like 3 days. And this cat was so codependent, and I was like trying to just sleep on the couch because I couldn't sleep in my bed. And he would curl up right by my face. And when you haven't had a cat around for a while, you notice the cat smell.
Yeah.
And he was a stinky cat. Like he wasn't feeding him good. I had to change his diet so that he finally like smelled good. And I was just like, oh my God, I love you, cat, but you're making me vomit because you stink.
I just hit 3%, and from here it's going to go down quicker. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you now. I love you guys. I'll see you again.
Love you
hopefully
too,
very
bro.
soon.
Love you. Good
right.
night.
Bye.
Be safe.
Sleep well. Be good.
Oh man, I didn't even get a chance to tell him about the tickets. Oh well, he'll figure it out.
Okay. Oh. Oh, I didn't know if you were talking about your tickets. Did they turn out okay?
I mean, kinda. I mean, what's your definition of okay?
Acceptable to be used. You show me. Oh, those look nice. I like that.
So
Is that a nice cardstock?
This is on cardstock, but right here is one of our groups, our partners, and that's Haunted Town Hall. And right there is Hell's Dungeon.
Oh, cool.
Because we made an agreement that if we go and if one of their ticket stubs comes up to us, we'll offer, money off. And if one of ours comes down to them, they'll offer money off.
That's a great deal. Yeah. I have been learning through the people from Ohio that I've been interviewing that everybody knows Ohio is just fucking scary.
Yep.
Because that guy I had on the other night I was talking about with the squirrel thing, he runs a comic book company and publishing company out of Ohio.
You turn on the light. Sorry, people are getting ready for bed on my side, and I was like, go ahead, turn on the light.
Turn on the light. Turn down the bed.
So I will tell you right now.
Yes, sir.
That OHA, Ohio Hunters Association, put me in charge of all their membership cards. And let me just tell you, that's a lot of cards going out. Which is good.
Do you laminate or are they just cardstock?
So I do. I have a filing system. Where did I put my filing system?
I would show you right now. My sofa is like as tall as the books here, full of boxes. One of them is Ratatosker's booze box with his fellow squirrel friends, but everything else is boxes of things I got in, and that's my filing system.
So these are laminating card. You put your cardstock in it, and you peel it off and slap it.
Okay.
So every single card, and I've already got phone calls. Man, that thing don't fit in my wallet. Well, there's a pair of scissors you can cut. Because I'm just telling you. But every single one that goes out gives a thank you letter. Happy little thank you letter.
Cool.
It says thank you, congratulations, and thank you from the Ohio Hunters board of directors. And then it talks about our convention, and that's next year, May 9th and 10th at the Ohio Reformatory. Then you get your card, and with your card, there's my phone system over there. These
Holographic?
No, they're silver and they're stamped.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And I can't get that to there.
There we go. So is that embossed?
It is.
Nice.
It is.
And mine fits in my wallet just fine.
And I know who's got the thing.
What's the thing?
The embosser.
I don't. I have one of those. It has from the Library of Carrie Sanders, and I can make little gold sticker ones for my books, so that people can't steal them from me.
This one actually is the crest of Ohio Hunters Association. The traditional crest. There's actually 2 Ohio Hunters Association logos.
Okay.
You have the traditional one, and then you have one that is this
and pull you up again.
type. And this is what I use for
that's smart.
This is what I use on my dark colors.
That is a really smart logo. I enjoy that a lot.
Yep, it was created by a person, and I said yes. I actually have that logo in black and white on the side of my vehicle. And when I go traveling, people always ask, "Are you ghost hunters?" No. Everything dealing with the haunted house industry. Thanks for playing. So you don't like have proton packs in the back or anything? No.
Well, I mean, you remember when we were talking about conventions and we had Dean on, and he was just like, "Tell me about the haunt thing," because people don't know what the haunt's about, and that was like it. You brought a lot of attention.
It was very interesting because when we had him on that show, he's like, "So what's this show about?" Everything in the haunted house industry. Okay, and it's like, yeah, your conventions, do not touch things. Our conventions, touch things.
Yeah.
We want you to feel them. Your convention, take pictures, but be respectful. Our convention, if they're in costume, they want pictures. Because they're advertising everything that is on them. They're advertising themselves, they're advertising the things that make them up, they're advertising what haunt they're from. I know I've got a couple haunters that are in the theme parks, like Six Flags and this and that. Those are all great haunts. They really promote themselves. So when you're seeing a picture of a really scary monster coming at you, I might know that person personally. And I love it.
To be fair, usually at a con, when it comes to Comic Cons, cosplayers are there to be photographed, but because some of them are little kids, you want their parents' permission. And also because a lot of them enjoy posing, they would prefer you not just take the picture of them walking by. They would prefer like, ask me, and then I can give you my full, ta-da.
At a haunt convention, I can understand the children, okay? But these people walk around as their characters. They are posing as they are walking constantly, okay?
Gotcha.
If they see something, they will come after you and have their hands and put around your hair and this and that, and they're hoping that your phone goes. That is what they're doing. They're absolutely coming up to you and slowly creeping towards you and making their character come alive, where you go, "Oh, I got a phone." Me on the other hand, "Dude, let me see." And me going like that, it's like, "That's awesome." 5 minutes later, You know, I should have got a picture of that.
I am terrible at taking pictures. I am absolutely the worst. I just don't think about it because I don't like pictures taken of myself.
Mhm.
At least right now. Like I am not happy with I am not happy with my body. Therefore I don't like so I don't like to take selfies. And then I forget to take pictures of other people because I'm like, oh, I'll get around to that, and then they're gone, later. But it's like I'll wait until a prime moment, and then it's like, oh, missed it. And Drew is the one who makes me. He's like, stand up by this person we're taking a selfie so that we all remember that we met him. And I'm like, but can't we just take a picture of him to remember that we met him?
Right. And
Or
I'm the same exact way. And the thing was, when I go up and I'm walking through this and that, all of a sudden I'll have somebody tug on my shirt. And, at most conventions, that is not acceptable. Don't touch people, this and that. At haunt convention, they will go and find the little part or this and just tug on you, and they'll just let it go through their fingers. Why do we do that? Because we know that you're in a quick hurry, and if I do that, it might get you to, hey, you just walked by somebody. And that was the whole thing. I had somebody go and try getting my attention, and then he did that, and I turned around, and he goes, Pyle. I said, hi, how are you? And he goes, man on a mission. I can clearly see that. You ain't got time to talk. And I said, I am so sorry. Just going from one place to another, this and that. And he's like, yeah, absolutely. Hey, let me just tell you, okay? I came across you, and I thought there is no way that's the same person. And then Don over there, and I look over, and it's like, yeah, I know Don. Don goes, yeah, that is him. I seen you go flying by 3 times, and I finally snagged you. And I said, absolutely. Well, what's up? And he goes, I just think it's wonderful what you're bringing to this industry. I said, I am bringing nothing. And he goes, no, you are. You're bringing a whole different aspect to the industry that needs to be really thought of. There is parts of our industry that do not get along with each other. He goes, you don't care. You want everybody to feel comfortable. And I do. I want everybody. I don't care what is going on in your life. We are all sharing this moment together. We're all haunters. We're all haunt enthusiasts. We're all lovers of this and that, Mm-hmm. Now, I felt bad for the Christmas people that went to the show, and they're like, yay, Christmas show. Oh my gosh, you're a hanging foot. You didn't think that one through? No, it wasn't advertised like this. Oh, well, our bad. We don't care. Clearly, you came into the shadows. Your blinking lights, la, 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 ain't doing nothing for me. But yeah, I felt bad for those people.
Now, here's one. Have you had an episode where with the Christmas section and the haunt section, you have just because it's there, somebody decides to be a Krampus or something, and
there's Krampus, there's Krampuses, and there's Krampus costumes.
Okay, and they exist, and they just go fuck with the Christmas people.
They don't. They just
stand on the edge.
If you're a character, okay, that whole show floor is as long as you're permitted to be there, the whole show floor, this and that. Okay. When you're crossing that line that people are going to be like, what the heck? But even in the Christmas area, you have light up pumpkins, you have this and that. And there was a light up Krampus. But I'll tell you what, I will give it to the people that made all the reindeer that were there. Dang, did your reindeer look awesome. Fantastic. Good job. Did it look like it was going to get hit and stuck on the hood of my vehicle? Absolutely. Did I want to put it in my car? No. Ain't got no use for it.
have you seen Carissa Grant's more recent Wendigo stuff? She's the one with Worthy Chaos who had like the Anubis plushies and everything, where you were like, "Shut up and take my money."
Yeah.
But
I've
her second comic that she's doing, it's the same people, but it's set in the Wild West, and they're collecting cryptids and fighting monsters and cryptids, and so you get cryptid journals, cryptid plushies, stickers, enamel pins, all this stuff. I'll turn you on to it later. I'll send you a link. But she has this killer fucking Wendigo that is like, it's basically got a deer skull with the horns and stuff going on, and the skeletal thing. Having a Christmas herd of Wendigo instead of reindeer based on her designs would be so much fun.
I know there would be a lot of haunts that would want that.
Yeah.
You know, one of my favorite characters at a haunt was the "I wanted to be off 15 minutes ago" Santa. No kidding. This guy looked like, "I wanted to be off 15 minutes ago and I don't want to be in this chair and I'm going to get fired down. I'm okay." He had his beard down and he goes, "Ha ha ha ha. Yeah, okay. You know she's a hoe." It was great. He had a bottle and he's like, "La la 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 la. Wait, that ain't Christmas. La 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 la. Drink some more booze." I mean, he was doing such a great job. I was like, "Man, I need a picture with you." And he goes, "Couldn't you have done it like 20 minutes earlier? The mall was closed." Ho, ho, ho. His whole character was based off of 15 minutes earlier, you should have been here. And now you're holding it up.
My sister was terrified of mall Santas and Easter bunnies and all. And the Easter bunnies with good cause, because there was never a cute Easter bunny costumed person.
When you were little.
When I was little. Yeah, no, they were all fucking terrible. It was like they went back to the 50s and 40s and were like, "We'll just keep using the same costume. Uncle Joe wore it and his uncle before him. You know, we'll put it on weird kid Bill over there and he'll do it." And it was always the same. But my sister's first picture with Santa that wasn't her in absolute tears was the same first picture when I was pregnant that Maddie was in. Because it was like my belly sitting there basically over Santa's lap, and then my sister in with us. And that was like the first picture when she was in high school and I was pregnant that she took with Santa, where she wasn't crying. Sorry, Cody. But
I have one question right now, okay?
Yes.
And I don't
Whose
know.
arm was
What is going on with this whole Friday situation here? She passed out? Is the phone like on the side? Are they looking for the phone? Oh my gosh!
Here, I'm just starting to doze because we're going into
I saw Josh
the night. And Josh is like, "Hey, are you alive?"
It's funny. No. I was like, what is going on with this whole situation? You know what? Dale, can
Magic arm.
And can we go and do a lullaby to here Friday? That way she can get some sleep. Lullaby and
good night.
If you want, Dale will sing the tea song.
The what song?
The tea song.
What's the tea song?
The Alice in Wonderland song.
Oh no, that was Soup.
Soup. That's right.
I don't remember that one.
We can get the book.
I have
could.
a video of it on my phone. It's glorious.
Yeah. No, I didn't know it was a song until it happened, so I made up the tune on the spot.
So Friday, I'm gonna say I won't be your friend forever and ever. But why don't you take a moment and hit that button and subscribe to us and then go sleep.
I did hit the button on everybody. I'm subscribed to everybody's everything, remember?
Dear
Okay,
little
in that case,
Friday, sleep tonight. Wake up tomorrow, we'll love you all right. It is so dark there, your children are snoozing. You can go away, my squirrel, and I'll keep on boozing.
I love you guys. Good night.
Love you too. Sleep well, dear.
You too.
Friday, we love you. We love you now. You're sleeping. Now hit that button. Bye bye. I'll do you a favor and kick you goodbye. Oh my gosh.
So I've learned this thing about me singing. It's weird. I sometimes can sing and I sometimes cannot. But it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with how long I've been awake or what I've been consuming. Because like before I would sing at karaoke, it was always like, oh, you have a little whiskey to loosen up get rid of any, rough, gravelly stuff you have going, have that. But Drew calls me all the time. Drew wakes me up a lot. Sometimes I actually wake up and sometimes I just talk to him in my sleep. But when he talks about musicals, he started singing one night part of Les Mis, and I think it was singing One Day More, and he started it off, and it hit to Eponine's part,
Mhm.
and I sang the entire thing. I was asleep, and I kind of woke up while I was doing it, but I did not miss a note. Like I was crystal and pitch perfect on that whole thing, just waking up.
That's funny.
So I'm like, hey, I'm cool.
I don't know. I used to remember being able to do the Michigan frog. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my glad time gal.
Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you'll lose me. Then you will be alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own.
That's funny. So
sorry, I know Michigan. He's on the cover of Leon Redbone's album On the Tracks. And that was like one of my mom's favorite albums when I was growing up. So I always associate him with Leon, and I sing a lot of Leon. So only like an octave higher.
That's funny. So
yes,
we're talking about music here. I went to a music festival, and you want to know what the number one funnest thing I was doing at this music festival was?
What's that?
Something from the 1990s. Here we go. I was writing stuff on clothespins and clothespinning people's bags, shirts, hats. Just clip and let them walk away.
That sounds familiar. What
it was something that we did in high school. It was so stupid that we did it, but you know what? It was fun.
So what were you writing on the clothespins?
It would be anything from I'm just hanging on. I wrote down I'm 6 feet from the edge, and now I'm thinking maybe 6 feet ain't so far down now. I wrote that. I put down show me your butthole. Put that one on one.
I don't do that one either.
We were just writing down you're now friends with Mike, you're now friends with da-da-da, and we were doing this entire thing. I even wrote down on one, have you ever met a podcaster before? Yes, it was me. It was fun just clipping them. And I was doing that. I had like 100 of these freaking clothespins. I had them in a pail, and at this at this music festival, they have carnival rides. Okay.
Okay.
It's free. You just
Okay.
ride them. And I'm sitting there, I'm having a good time, just watching people because I'm standing right in the line, right with them. They're going on this line. They're like, "Are you in line?" No. So they would go ahead, and I'm like clipping, having a great time. And then all of a sudden, these people were like looking at each other, and their bags now have like 3 clips, and they can't figure out who in the hell's clipping or where these are coming from. So now they start clipping other people. And
That's fun.
There are girls that are in bikinis, and I'm clipping them on the bikini straps. You're walking. I got it. Whatever. We had so many things that were challenges. This one guy's like, he grabbed one off of his girlfriend and jammed it in the girl right beside him in her hair. And I'm like, oh,
I would kill somebody.
oh, hold on, pump the brakes. That's not my doings. We got to make it this. There was so many people that I was getting it on their shirts, like right here or at the edge of their shirts. Oh yeah. I got sneaky a little bit, and I got some on the clip of the bottom of the shorts and this and that. But their book bags, backpacks, constantly were easy. Hats that were on backwards, constantly. In fact, I got 7 on one guy, and he's like listening to the song. He's like, yeah. He would stop for a second. I would be like, clip.
See, now you've inspired me to like, I want to get stickers that be like, "You've been tagged by Carrie," or something like that, or Ratatosker, even better. You know, and like next year at Terrificon, try to get as many selfies and like put a sticker on somebody's back. You know, like I think that would be awesome. And just be like, make sure that he's there whenever I'm doing it, and be like, "You got tagged by the squirrel," or something. People remember me because of this guy.
Oh yeah.
Like I've been to shows or I've met people on other shows, and they're like, "Oh, you're the one with the squirrel." Or people like, I'll just be typing in the comments, and they'll be like, wait, isn't that the chick with the squirrel? And I'll be like, yeah.
At the same music festival, okay.
What kind of music? You got to let me know, because I've only been to a bluegrass music festival before.
No, this is like rap, kill mix, and all that heavy stuff.
Okay.
It's the Gathering of the Juggalos.
Okay.
That, yeah. So anyway, I'm sitting there at our table, and I've got markers, and I'm like, if you see a flamingo and there is pink, you got to sign because it needs some ink. And I kept on getting people to sign these flamingos. We had like 7 flamingos, and the last night we took all of the flamingos and put them on the crowd, and they went flying everywhere, which was great. But I'm like having these kids, these whoever, and this one kid, he had a ball, and he goes, "I'll sign a flamingo if you sign my ball." I said, "You got 2 balls?" And he goes, "No, I got 1." I said, "You were a one-balled wonder." And he started laughing. He's like, "That's funny." So I went ahead and he signed the flamingo. I went ahead and I signed really big on his ball. Because why not be obnoxious? Make it big, right?
Yeah.
So went ahead and he looked at it and he goes, "Oh, thanks." And then he stopped and he looks at it and he goes, "What's the H for?" I said, "It's for hazard." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And then he goes back on the trail, but he goes where he came from. And I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. And then he comes back and goes and he's got a clown mask. And I'm like, it's ICP, there's clowns everywhere. And he goes, Can you sign this?" Yeah. And I signed it. I said, "There you go." And he goes, "Okay." And he walks away. I mean, we went from yeah, Buzz, yeah, to okay, and then walks away. I'm like, kid's being weird. So all of a sudden he goes and he's got a book. He comes back with a book and he comes back with his buddy. And he goes, Will you sign this book? I said, yeah. And I look at it, I was like, hey, this is my favorite encrypted book. And he goes, I know. I said, you know? And he goes, yeah. And his buddy looks at me and goes, Are you the haunt guy? I said, I am a haunt guy. Why? And he goes, are you this haunt guy? And he flips his phone around and here's one of the shows. And I was like, yeah, I'm that haunt guy. He goes, okay. I said, you need anything? And he goes, no. I said, okay. And those boys walked back. And I'm like, it's weird. So I went back to the back. And I was doing something. And then all of a sudden, one of my buddies, hey, pal. And I said, yeah. He goes, your fan club's back. I said, my what? He goes, yeah, your fan club. I was like, all right. I got some ladies coming. And here's 2 boys and 2 parents. I'm like, fuck.
Oh.
I was like, hey, what's going on, guys? And the dad whips out his wallet and he goes, hey, how much would it cost to get a picture with you and my son and his friend? And I said, nothing. He goes, are you serious? I said, yeah. He goes, well, usually I said, dude, I am not a celebrity. I'm not anything. And he goes, no, you don't understand. My son likes watching your stuff. And he just saw it was funnier than hell. All of a sudden he found you and he kept on grabbing stuff and saying, I'm having this sign. I'm having this sign. I'm having this sign. I was like, the hell? And his dad's like, no, you don't understand. He was like screaming, dad, dad, dad. And it's like, what you need? And he goes, dad, I met this guy. And he goes, oh, you didn't meet that guy. And he goes, yeah, he's here. He's one of the flamingo guys. One of the flamingo guys that keeps on telling us, oh, sign the flamingos. He goes, I don't believe you. And he goes, dad, you gotta believe me. He goes, well, I'll go down there with you. Mm-hmm. And he goes, okay. And then I come around the corner and the guy's like, holy crap. My son met a person that he likes watching. So he goes ahead and he's like whipping out this wallet. I was like, what the we don't do that shit here. And I told him, I said, wait. I was like, yeah, what do you want? And the kid looked at me and goes, can I get a picture of you signing my shirt? I was like, sure. I said, you know, my signature's not worth anything, right? And he goes, yeah, it is.
It is to him.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, there's a picture of me by his dad. And I am there and I am signing Pile H. And the thing is, all the papers that OHA has that I've sent out, it says Pile H. And I told him, I said, I got one thing in my trailer. I bet you're going to want. And he looks at me and goes, okay. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I want it. I said, okay. And I come out and I had one of my Reaper stickers. I said, this is the only one I have on the grounds. And I soon took a silver pen and I freaking signed it right there. And I said, any books I do, anything I do, and I have these stickers, I will sign that sticker and I'll put it in there. And he goes, I said, it's yours. Whatever, dude. I said, just, if you like haunted houses, hopefully you continue. He goes, oh yeah. Yeah, no problem. And I'm like, okay. And his dad said, man, you just made his entire thing. He didn't act like that when he met Violent J. I said, I didn't act like that when I met Violent J either. And he goes, oh, you got to meet him? I said, and his brother and his friend, and oh my God, he looked at me and started laughing. He goes, I imagine you being who you are, you give me a lot. I said, oh no, I give me them randomly stupid places. And he goes, well, good. But yeah, just that kid was just so happy, so this, so that. And, you know, he told me he does not get to watch them when we do them live, because that is what time he needs to go to bed. He needs to this and that.
Mm-hmm.
So I watch him on YouTube the next day. And he told me, he goes, you weren't on the show yesterday. It's because you were here. I was like, no, that was totally pre-recorded. He goes, why weren't you in it? I totally wasn't able to make that pre-recording either. And he's like, oh, okay. I told him, I said, yeah. But he lives somewhere in Michigan, is what I was understanding.
Okay.
So, you know, it's not like this kid's going to hijack a car, come down I-75 and find me.
Yeah.
If he does, it's okay. I got a dark basement.
Fans are so awesome though. Like when you get to meet somebody and it, cause like when I met Mahana and she was like interested in getting a selfie, and now we have her kind of coming on the show and doing stuff, you know, but it's like, I mean, yeah, like totally invite this kid. Like if we do a weekend show sometime, be like, I don't know if you have his email or something, but
I don't have anything. That is one of the things that I want to just kind of separate, you know. As much as I want to be like best friends, I also want them to enjoy and try making something awesome of themselves.
Mhm.
I don't want to look at people and go, oh, well, you know, I'm the big time person and you're nothing. No, I want them to be inspired with the stupid that is me. That way he can possibly go. And I keep on telling him, I said, it's not that hard. Go get a good microphone. Go get a good headset. Get a computer. And make sure your internet's good. It's the number one thing.
I'm using dial-up internet. This is like a $15 headset. Right. I have a decent laptop, but your film quality is obviously better than mine right now. I need to get a camera, but I need to figure out, because I don't have the ridge on my laptop to actually clip one without it being on the screen, you know?
Right.
But yeah, it doesn't take a lot to do it as long as you're dedicated. But dude, that's so awesome that you're inspiring these people and that they should get like
what I told Jenny. And Jenny did an interview on me, and I told her, I said, you do understand this is like the first interview that is not done where it's like school related. That's how unpopular I was, how everything. So, you know, when she's like, oh, well, you're an author, I want to know about this book. Why did you do this book and this and that? And I went on a entire tangent, and I almost started flashing our wonderful new picture, because we do have this wonderful picture. Look. But it's even, y'all need to get him a cape.
Okay.
That way he could be Super Squirrel.
So Mahana,
yeah.
MJ over on she was the one who was like the first person that came up to me and wanted a selfie.
Yeah.
That we were just mentioning. She is a cosplayer and a cosplay designer. Like she creates stuff. So I need to send her basically his dimensions, and she's going to make, so next year when we go to Terrificon, Ratatosker will be cosplaying as various things. She's going to make him like body armor and outfits and different things to wear.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, when she was talking to me, her internet wasn't the best, and it keeps on glitching in and out. Not only that, we had to do it a different way because her computer just crashed. I said, we can reschedule. And she goes, I kind of just want this. I said, okay. So what we were talking about was how it is so weird when somebody goes, hey, you're an author. And one of my buddies Googled me. And I didn't know that it would come up with anything, but no, it does. It comes up with Facebook information, and then it actually comes up with how I'm an author. And we were talking about how you're dyslexic and you're ADHD. It is so hard to do anything. But my brain fires so much that I can come up with stories left, right, as long as I can sit there and something pop in my head, I can evolution it.
Mhm.
My wife has the best story in the world. Absolutely best story. I love it. We joke about this story all the time. And it is the exact reason you do not throw medication in the trash. Because the medication that you throw in the trash will leak out of your medication bottle, and it will slowly get in with the other trash. And it will mutate the trash into trash monsters. And the trash monsters will start going on binges of finding medications. And they will be so smart that they will find like old people's houses, their trash, to find the medications. And I was like, what in hell? And I mean, it goes into this whole thing of these beasts going out of the dump every night. When you say, oh, I lost a pill, it's because a trash monster has found your pill and you can't find it.
Okay, so the dresser people, I think, have reached a state where, well, either that or I'm goddamn clumsy, which I already know that. But I'll be taking my, if I have this, okay, this is seriously weird. Okay, here's my thing. I'm gonna, Red Oscar, you gotta sit down. It holds all my pills.
Okay.
4 compartments, so and they get full. Like, I don't need to eat. I just take pills. You know, they fill my stomach with the amount of them that I take. I posted it up once on the epilepsy forums on Reddit, and they were like, for a second I thought that you meant your meds make you queasy, and then I realized how many fucking meds you take a day.
Yeah.
And that's ridiculous. And I'm like,
Right.
yes it is. But I'll be going to put my stuff away, and like if I'm taking, like, I'll drop one, and no matter, like, I'll drop one and there's nothing else around, but it's gone. So it's like the dresser people are invisible and they're just like snatching the pills the second they hit the air instead of like landing in my containers. And so I'm sure I have some dresser people that are big on pills, but that is a fucking awesome concept. And I would like to see that fully developed.
Oh, she went on and on and on and on. I mean, I looked at her and I'm driving the vehicle and she's going through this entire thing. And I'm like, at what point are we stopping the evolution of, hey, I dropped a pill? But yeah.
I love it. That's a great, because then you can take it from different points of view. You can have them like tweaking out and needing more pills, and then like the poor people that like, I didn't get my medication today because you know, I'm like at the end of my month and like somebody stole my pill box, or you know, or something like that, and people losing their meds and having the various freakouts that you get when you aren't on your meds, but having something else that's being influenced by those meds, so that all of the different side effects that might occur and stuff are occurring, maybe or maybe not. You know, sometimes they get the good effects, sometimes they get the bad effects. That's an awesome storyline. I love it.
So by any chance, did Jenny happen to, and I don't think she did, but did Jenny leak my story, what's going in this next book?
I don't think so. You sent me 2 stories, and I had something that Ron, it was a long form thing though, and I have not had time to read anything other than I'm way behind.
If you're reading anything, I almost think that you're probably reading Grimm.
Grimm was one that you sent me, and you sent me whatever was after Grimm, and I didn't get a chance to open it because when we went, okay, hey guys, we do this thing on my other show where we go to one Comic Con. I mean, other people, we go to multiple ones, but we have one where you do it all together. And we plan our entire year around it. And we book people from it, and we plan interviews, and we have all this shit. And we spend a ridiculous amount of time planning, and it never goes the way you want, because this person's going 5 minutes over, which means that these 2 people can't get in to do their thing, and this happens, and the hotel has an issue, and blah, blah, blah. So you try to go in with a battle plan, but I spent months organizing around this one thing.
Right.
And then we got all of the bookings afterwards, and I've been trying to catch up reading like all of my weekly books, the stories that I have coming in from different things. I haven't I was supposed to submit something for August. I've missed like 2 or 3 submissions because I have not had time to do anything. But Grimm was the last thing I read, and I loved it, by the way.
Did you actually read it?
Yeah, I think I contacted you about it because the way that it was written, it was very raw, I felt like, and I love the way that it felt. It was like
of the beginning. Because there is probably a section to Grimm that you've not got a chance to read.
You'll have to send it to me, because what you did send to me, I was like, and honestly, knowing that you have the dyslexia and stuff, I wasn't sure what to expect as far as your writing style went. And I don't want to sound like a dick about that. As an editor,
what you're saying is probably what I've been thinking all my life.
As an editor, I've read a lot of stuff that I'm really like, oh my God, and this is from people who don't have any sort of, they just can't write.
Right.
They can't make a plot work. They can't make sentences work. You might have had a couple typos here and there or something, but your story was like on. It was like, okay, this person who I, wasn't sure what to expect from has written this story that I'm just like, holy shit, this is amazing. Yeah. And so I really love your storytelling style, and the couple of things here or there that might need to be changed. I was like, actually, because of the perspective that it's coming from, it doesn't, because if a creature is writing something and English is not necessarily their first language, the scribbles and scrawls and things that they're saying and the stuff that's going on doesn't have to be perfect English, and it reads better if it's not, in my opinion.
Because you're getting to feel this thing. Oh yeah.
It's an outsidedness where you're like stepping into something, and it doesn't have to be fucking picture perfect, which is so many things that I've had to edit before are like, okay, let me correct every single aspect of your grammar, and you're writing from the English as your 4th language. And honestly, with one guy, wonderful writer, but Icelandic, which is I think like about on the same level of difficulty as like learning Japanese,
right?
As far as like language difficulty goes, they refer to things differently. Like, I can't really, quantities of soldiers. Like, he wrote a lot of Germanic history, but like not fantasy history, but fictional history type of stuff, and a little bit of the fantasy element thrown in there with some mythological stuff. But like, it would be like, and 1,000 troops rode with him. And I'm like, okay, is it exactly 1,000? Or is it thousands, or approximately 1,000? Because nobody says and 1,000 in English, unless, because that's describing an exact number.
Oh yeah. We're kind of particular on that one.
Yeah, and little things like that, they just don't translate over very well from one language to another. And he was doing his best, but that's why I was his American English picker and go through and do stuff, you know. And you get so frustrated at times because it's like, oh, this guy wrote 500 pages of this and it's wonderful, but I have to change like something every single page just because of contextual English language versus actually how we speak it type of things and stuff. But no, so like I admit the first time you sent me something, I was a little nervous, but I read it and I was amazed. And you're an incredible writer, Pyle. I love what I've read. No, it wasn't like loaded with typos or anything like that. You self-edited yourself quite well, or if you didn't self-edit, then you write quite well. So
what I tell everybody is, since I've had this whole dyslexic and not comprehension and this and that, it sucks. But what I've been able to do is I've been able to write it by talk to text. And I need to slow down and talk how I want it to. And there was so much when I was beginning that one, because it was so easy to mess anything up just because this is a formulating brain for it to understand what was coming to it. And as it develops, not just the brain, the body, everything, it was getting more self-aware of understanding what it was. And as it goes on, you're going to be able to see that there's a major piece that brings it where any language can be comprehended to this creature by this one item.
Okay.
So, I mean, it can go up and it can talk to someone. And this item is a changeable item based on the need of it. It can turn into a ring, a bracelet. It can turn into a staff. It can turn into whatever item that is requested at that time. But it doesn't change unless it knows it's requested and it needs to be. So it's almost like a self-aware item, but has no knowledge.
So it's like a hat of disguise that functions as a translator, because a hat of disguise will change whatever part of you need. You put it on as a hat, but it might become a tiara or a ponytail holder or whatever to change your appearance. But this is working like a babblefish at the same time.
Right. So the translation is going up to a person that you're not speaking that language, but now that that item is there, you're speaking that language.
That's awesome.
And it makes it so much easier for that to get from the world it was created to the world we are in. Because now you're able to have this, but the key factor is as soon as it goes and it crosses over, it's learning so quickly, so fast, so incredibly information is coming so quickly at it that's almost at a dangerous speed.
Okay.
And that's one of the horrible things, because when you get a whole bunch of information thrown at you, you got to comprehend what you're coming after and what it's coming after and what it's doing and everything like that. You miss the biggest parts or the most I can't believe you didn't spot that. You know what I mean? And what it is it's going to come in our world and it's going to go from what its form is to another form, realizing that it's now walking, it can feel, it can this and that. there's more colors in this world. There's this and that. Once it goes across and meets the first human, the language is not going to be a barrier. It's going to be a culture that's the barrier. And the culture is this creature has no clothes and it's meeting a human.
Okay.
So the whole transition, and this creature was even fearful of going over to that world. But you read the part about the dog?
It has been over a month since I've read it, so my brain has been completely wiped outside of concepts. So forgive me for that. But
oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Heck, I wrote the thing. You think I remember what was in it? I have to reread it.
I'll talk to you about that later. I have something, but go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the dog jumps over, and when the dog jumps over, the texture of the dog changes as much as now he wants to do the exact same thing. But yeah, it's something that had to start slow, and you had to get the concept of the simplest movements were the most challenging, because if you're developing, you got to understand movement is not a thing. So if you go and you can use anything in your development to create movement, that way you can spin yourself and actually see this is an important thing.
Like, that's incredible. One of the things I was going to comment on about that is that Sir Terry Pratchett, who wrote the Discworld series and a number of other things, he's scattered in here, and I have shelves of him over there. He had early onset Alzheimer's of a very particular type that's quite rare. He died very young. I mean, he was, he was on the senior discount, but he wasn't an old man,
Right.
And the way that the
senior discount, but not an old man. I love that philosophy. I understand, but
yeah, dude, I can join AARP on Halloween. That's my birthday, and you can now get AARP when you're 50. So, but and I did have somebody who was like, "She's not 50," and I was like, "Thank you, sir." But yes, I am. Almost.
I can't wait till I turn 50. I don't have to grow up. That's what Grandpa always told me.
But Terry Pratchett, the way the Alzheimer's affected him was not in his cognition at all. It was in the way his muscles and hands and things like that worked. He became unable to type. He was a prolific storyteller, and like, we would have probably had an additional 20 books in the Discworld series, but he's the kind of person that, like, his agent is like, "When the fuck are you giving me the final manuscript?" And he's like, "I'm on the 410th edit of this book. It's almost perfect, but not quite." They're like, "Just fucking give it to us, Terry. It is perfect. It has been perfect for the past 6 months. You just haven't given it to us." But when he was writing some of his final novels, he was no longer able to actually type anything. His hands did not work like that. And so he had to discover how to go through and have, like, okay, here's a computer with all of my notes sitting through it. Here's me talking in my script and where I'm at now. And I'm doing speech to text, and my assistant is going through and typing out, okay, that's the wrong there because I'm talking, and it's just taking whatever word it thinks it's hearing me say and stuff. And so in his final years of life, he had to learn how to process everything through speech to text. And honestly, I read his, there are some people who still haven't read his final novel because it's like, it's going to break you. And it does. It totally does. But his second to last novel had, out of the like, Discworld has like 35 or 40 books in it, and then there's like outliers like the recipe books, the science books, these other books that all have to do with it but are just kind of like, they aren't actually in the main storyline. It had one of the, while he's suffering from early onset death Alzheimer's, because it's going to slowly shut his body down, he wrote one of the most complex plot structures that he had ever written, you know? And he was doing it all with only being able to speak and see and go through and have somebody else do the work for him.
Yeah.
And that's something that it fucked with him. You know, it took him a long time to figure out how to do with that. And he also, this is totally, ignore this part as far as like, end comparison here, but I want to add in here something. You know how okay, we're going to make a big political statement here, kind of, or I am not representing anybody else on the Owlite, the Dorkening, Splash Pages Network. This is my own personal opinion. The right to die with dignity. And I do understand that there are people who are against it because some people might feel pressured into like, I'm old, my family doesn't want me around, I'll just have, assisted suicide and get out of their way. That's terrible, horrible. Nobody should go through that. But if you're somebody who is, he fought very hard over in England, because if you go with, you can't have an assisted suicide there. He wanted to go, if he had to, before he lost full sense of himself, sitting out in his garden, having a drink, enjoying time with his family, like you would, and just having something before he no longer could keep care of himself. He did pass away at home. He had not lost all of his faculties, so it was fine, but it was not in an assisted suicide fashion. But he was is the word proponent, that somebody who is an activist towards something? But he was big for that, because there are a couple of countries that you can go and they will help you with that.
Right.
But if you're somebody like, if I'm his daughter and I join him over there to do something, when I get back to my home country, I'm charged with murder, or at least like second-degree homicide for being there and allowing it to happen. And that's something that, like I said, it's a different side, but as long as it's nothing where you feel pressure, I don't think that there's anything, I couldn't understand why people were against it until my mom was saying once. She was like, well, what if when I retire and I get old, I feel like I'm holding you kids back from stuff that you have to take care of me, and I just decide that I'm gonna, take care of that so that I just don't have to be around. I'm like, but why would you do that if you're still fully, I'm like, this is for people who are dying and are in pain or losing themselves completely to do. And she's like, the way that it's written in the law, you can't just set it up for that. You have to set it up so that anybody has that right. And if somebody's just bummed or they're feeling worthless, they don't have to have a mental, they don't have to have a psychiatrical evaluation. They can just like go get taken care of. And if they feel like their family would be better without them, even if they're okay, people could do that. And I'm like, okay, now I understand why there are people against this type of thing. I didn't understand it before, but yeah, but he made a whole, there's some documentaries and stuff about it, and studying people who've had to sit with their loved ones and people who've been trying to do something and can't do it. It's very interesting. If you're at all interested, look up Terry Pratchett and you'll find all about it. Again, I'm not suggesting that people should do this, but if I do think that if it's something where it's like you've reached hospice level of things, like if you're on palliative care and people are keeping you alive against your will, just so that you can be there and you're on a breathing, or whatever, It's your choice. I'm not saying, like, you might want to stay on the breathing thing and stuff, and that's great if you want to. I'm not against that at all, but I think for those people who want to have the chance where it's like, if you're losing your mind, if you're losing your health, if everything hurts and you're starting to forget who you are, I think you should be allowed to leave before you're just something that your family is kind of awkward around visiting in the hospital and you leave a messy memory. Does that make sense at all?
It does. It does. And trust me, there's, and I know exactly why you said what you did in the beginning of this, because, some people are going to agree, some people ain't going to agree. As a person that had a grandmother that had dementia, I can officially tell you that most cases of dementia, you lose your loved one multiple times. It was pretty bad because she got at the point where she couldn't remember my name, and then 5 minutes later she's like, "Oh, when did you get here?" Yeah, it's like, been here. We've been watching MASH. Oh, anything good on MASH? Oh, so when did you get here?
Yeah.
But the days I had with her, and she was quick as a whip on her freaking comments, outweighed the times I missed her. But you brace yourself because you lose them, and then it turns around and it freaking hits you right in the jaw so damn hard. And I say this because it hits you so damn hard, because then you lost her. And at her funeral, I was fine until the police chief at the time said, "Hey, just tell the warden we've got it from here." And I just lost my composure. I'm like, "You dick. I was doing so good. So good." But she wanted to move out of her house. We moved into her house to help her. And she wanted to move out because she didn't want to be a burden. And if I would have heard, "I don't want to be a burden," one more time. But the thing is, she repeated it because she was reliving it for the first time. So having your mind go bad is a terrible thing. And I'll be the first one to admit that. I get migraines and I lose data. Boy, do I lose data. Do I remember what happened the day before? No. It's gone. Somebody's got to reconnect me into what I did. And it sucks. Because, at some point I wonder if my migraines are mini seizures that are just coming as migraines.
I mean, based on the way memory loss works for those of us with epilepsy, and that's one of the things that I'm scared of, is like, if I lose my mind, that the most terrifying thing for me is Johnny's Got His Gun, Metallica's one, but Locked In Syndrome. Okay, because being there but not being able to communicate, and apparently some of that is exaggeration. Sometimes you can actually let people know you're still conscious,
right?
But you still can't do anything. You're still just stuck there. But that's one of my big ones. And if I start to lose my mind, because I've had some huge chunks of blackouts before based on shitty medication and woken up covered in like blood and shit and not know it was my own, at least, but
not the neighbor down the street.
No, not the neighbor down the street. I just injured myself horrifically and didn't remember why and had to have somebody tell me. And that person was gaslighting me. So I would find out from other people different things. And it was like this whole mystery of what happened to Dell? Oh, according to this person, Dell did this to herself. According to this person, Dell fell and like scraped herself on this. And according to this person, this guy was doing something and then suddenly she showed up covered in blood and things like that. But that's something where I'm like,
did I kill?
yeah. Honestly, I threw people out of my house apparently one night without knowing it. All these different things, but I never will know what happened during that period of time because I was on a toxic level of a medication that they weren't testing me for. And I was just having random blackouts. And I worry that if I ever get into a mental state like that again, or if I ever reach a mental state where I don't know who I am and I can't do something, I never know if I'm going to come back, you know?
Yep.
And as I'm reaching my 50s, 50 is young, by the way, guys. You know, like, I noticed this the other day. One of the gals that I'm following was like, are Gen Xers aging differently? What is it with us that, you know, like, because back in the day, you know, when you read books or you see television shows and it's like, oh, this lady's supposed to be 50 and she's got curlers in her hair and she's wearing the house coat and doing the little thing, you know, and it's like, I'm still going to GWAR concerts, man. You know, like our generation.
Oh, yeah, see them at ICP's Gathering of the Juggalos. Oh my gosh.
Did you get blood? Like, GWAR is the only metal concert you go to in white.
No. And I will tell you right now, whatever the hell they use, if you don't get off of your skin quick, you turn that color for a couple of days.
I, because I'm epileptic, went with Uncle Necro, God rest his soul, to GWAR, the one and only time I got to see them. I got a white top from the Salvation Army. I was unable, because of the sheer amount of flashing lights that they incorporate in their show, to get down on the floor into the mosh pit. I would have, we had to spend a lot of time sitting out, and he, you know, because he had his leg issues and I have seizures. And so we spent a lot of time kind of sitting out, but we'd go and watch the things. And then when they were, we couldn't watch so much of the show, but we could, like, I had a bandana over my eyes. But when I was sitting out, one of the times some guys came out and they were like covered in blood. And I'm like, hey, I got a favor to ask you. And they're like, what's that? And I'm like, okay, so I'm epileptic and I can't get down to the front because I will just drop and have a seizure and it'll suck for the whole show. But I wanted to get blood. And they're like, come here. And they give me these big bloody hugs. And they had all of their friends. They grabbed the most drenched people they could find. And people with like long hair that were just soaked. And they came and gave me hugs and just like shed blood on me from their stuff. So I was like, yeah, because GWAR knows what it's like. But yeah, so 50 is still young, guys. At least this generation, you know? It seems, because like my mom is in her 70s and she's still fucking running around like nobody's business. You know, but I've seen people in their 50s who look older than my mom in her 70s. Right. And I'm just like, I don't get how that works.
So I seen something on TikTok today.
Okay.
Then this is going to probably be the last thing because I looked at the clock and I've got.
Oh, we've been on for over 3 hours. Yeah.
Look at us. Yes.
All stars.
Old school. Anyway, so
can you make the S? That wasn't part of my high school thing. I never knew the S thing. I missed that generational gap. And people make this weird, like, it's like a weird triangle S thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
I have no idea what it is, but all these people try to draw it, and I'm like, youngins, because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck the S was.
It's 3 2 3. That's how you make the S.
Yeah. I've never made the S because it wasn't part of my growing up. And what was it for? Like, what did it symbolize? What did it stand for?
I have no clue. I just know as soon as it was taught, a lot of people were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna make that." Like,
I never did.
So
sorry, that was rando, but okay, yeah. Go on to your final thoughts tonight, Pyle.
I gotta think of what my final thoughts were. Oh no, I remember I watched something on TikTok today, and this is going to make you feel freaking old. You ready?
Oh, sure. Go for it.
This girl was talking to her kids, and she was on her way and telling them that they had to get ready. So she calls her daughter on her daughter's cell phone. Mind you, she's giving ages of under 12 years old having cell phones. Just personal opinion. Don't kill it. Anyway. Yeah, you thought it was nuts too, huh?
Mm-hmm. He's like, what now?
So one kid's got cell phone, one kid's got a tablet. So she's calling the tablet and finally gets a hold of him.
You can call a tablet?
Yeah, you can call a tablet.
Okay.
Some tablets have a phone number. Anyway, so she goes ahead and she calls this tablet. Tablet's like, okay. And the kid's like, yeah, we'll get ready, no problem. So she goes and she gets ready. And this little girl looked at her and said, Mom, it'd be so much easier if there was some kind of phone that was not like my phone, not my brother's phone, this and that. It was a family phone. And then the girl's like, yeah, that'd be great. The mom goes, you know what? That'd be a great idea for someone to invent, but it has to have some way that you could possibly attach it to like the wall where someone couldn't walk away from it and lose it, because you know how many remotes you lose. And then she goes and she's like, you know, and maybe, I don't know, put a cord on it. That way it's like, and the guy that was like talking about this made the comment, I feel so stupid and so damn old. Because here is a woman that has children that is 12 and has no relevancy in asking people to design a house phone. That house phone has been developed and telling us to have a cord on it so it don't walk away. Do you know how many times I got clotheslined because I went into the kitchen? My sister was on that damn phone. Does it get better? The neighbor had a phone and it would ring for both houses. That's called a party line.
My mother, when she was growing up, was on a party line and they'd have to pick up. Yeah.
You'd pick up and it'd be like, our neighbor, she's talking dirty to her boyfriend again. How do you know? I can feel you inside me right now. Oh, baby. Hang that damn thing up.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. And burn it.
Phone sex on a party line is something I never thought of in my life, but when I was doing stand-up comedy, that would have been fucking gold.
So let me put another thought in your head, okay?
Yes.
If you stay on that line and you don't make a damn sound, is that equivalent of you being in a closet watching them?
I believe that does count as voyeurism.
I'm just saying.
It's audio voyeurism, but as it's audio sex, it counts.
I'm just, be like, oh, Johnny, and then what would you do? Yeah, Johnny, what would you do? God damn it, Earl, get off the phone. Hey, I need to call my lawyer.
What are you wearing? I'm down in my boxers. What are you wearing? I'm in my lingerie. Well, I got my Bud Light t-shirt on, and
Yes.
What are you doing here?
Did you know that Jenny and me start doing Johnny clips, like
I don't know who Johnny is.
Okay, we had Johnny on here a long time ago.
Okay.
And it was a character I made for a radio station years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he always talked like this, and he had so much stuff.
Well, what she figured out was that I can record it here and send it over Messenger. And
all right.
Now I can go from
going from Johnny to
let's see what else we got here. And I'm having damn conversations. Did I call Chaos? Maybe. Did I tell Chaos that there's a difference between going out and taking someone to McDonald's versus Texas Roadhouse? Yes. Did I tell him that he seems like that Texas Roadhouse kind of guy? Yes.
Get your blooming onion, son.
If you want to be friends, I guess McDonald's is just a perfect place for you guys to get yourself a wonderful shake. But if you're like really into that special someone, you need to beef yourself up. Go get yourself a 32-ounce sirloin from Texas Roadhouse.
Did you say something about tenderloin?
No, I was it's a steak.
Did you say something about a steak? Because that sounds pretty damn good too. Are we still talking to Chaos? Because I'm his #1 fan.
Wait a second. Nebraska's kicking in here, and Nebraska would like to say, you never get a sirloin, son. You get yourself a ribeye, because you need that fat spread through that steak, and you better not get it any more done than mid-rare, because otherwise, son, you are wasting yourself some meat. And wasting yourself a buck. And if you ever fucking order a steak sauce, you get kicked out of the state.
Okay, just for clarity, I am going to get kicked out of the state because I love A1 sauce. That is my shit. That is the shit that I put on my bologna sandwiches. That is the shit I put on my fucking hot dog. I hate to tell you.
As long as you don't put it on a steak.
If it's on that table, it's going on that steak. Yeah.
Ratatosker just died. I hope you're happy. Are you okay, bud?
Telling you.
Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, no, yeah. Oh, God, gotta get it down.
You're gonna lift up his tail and poop on me.
Dude, okay. No. You grew up in beef country. Sirloins are those things that we send to other states.
That's fine.
A sirloin is something that you don't order on purpose. It's hidden in some weird language about a medallion of this, that's that, and when you get it, you go, oh, you motherfucker. You get a ribeye or you get a T-bone, and that's what you get. And that fat, that is some of the best part of the steak. And when I was growing up, my great grandparents, the Phillips on my father's mother's parents' side, they would serve a roast, and we'd all go there in their little tiny house, and we would eat the roast, and then afterwards, because they were old, they would take the fat that they had trimmed off the roast, and we'd be sitting around telling stories afterwards, and they'd be spreading it on toast. And they would eat the fat on toast with a little bit of gristle. And that was like the big treat, because when you were growing up, if you were poor, you didn't get the roast, you got the gristle and the
Right.
fat. And that's what they ate. And so that was just like kind of one of those like, we finally made it and this is now a treat instead of dinner.
I've never heard anyone ever say that you take a knife and put it on there like butter bread.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good Lord.
That's what you did. Because back in the day when you got sent out to go to work, your wife didn't send you a roast beef sandwich. You got a couple pieces of bread with some gristle and some fat in it because you couldn't afford the meat. The meat was flavoring for everything else. The rich people got the meat, but the poor people got the scraps that the butcher would cut up and like toss you scraps and whatever fat and stuff you could afford to put in the soup or whatever you were making. And those sandwiches, that was a treat.
Right. Well,
so,
I just
sorry.
looked at my clock here, and trust me, I'm in the same boat as you. So,
like, let me talk to you about eating fat right now, son.
You know, that sounds like a nerd potted and padded cell episode. Let's talk about the fat.
I'm going to talk
she
to you about
like
eating
meat, but damn, does she like the bone?
Mary Moon. She's a vegetarian. I'm there.
Oh,
okay. Stay on for a second. I have a question for you when we're done. But good night, everybody. We've fucking squirreled off. So
Where's
far.
That at? There it is.
Squirrel Crossing.
Wait, hold on here. It's padded cell. We're allowed to squirrel on this one.
Exactly. But he still has to show up because I can't survive without him at this point. Like, he rides airplanes with me. People are scared.
Support puppet.
It's true. It works. It's fine. I'm okay. As long as he's with me.
You know what? Next time, somebody gonna be like, I have emotional support dildo. If she can have the puppet, I got a dildo.
If you have to have it, just don't show it. Keep it where it belongs. All right.
In the bag?
All right. Let's say goodnight, everybody. Please like and subscribe if you would like to learn more. We will apparently be coming up with some incredible topics on our next few padded cells.
And don't forget to come see us when we do a new episode of the Traveling Owl that talks about everything when you travel around. But oh my gosh, I remember seeing a luggage rack of dildos that were on the side of the road. Hey, you gonna hit that button yet?
And on that note, good night, everybody. we care about you deeply. Bye.